this run.
Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and get going then. Yeah, I should have the stream muted now. And then I'm ready. I'll give you a countdown here in just a few moments. Time's going to start when I hit start here. I'm going to play on easy difficulty since that's the quickest. But let's go ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. Alright, hey folks, so I'm the Oblivinator. I'm running Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. Deserts of Kharak is a very new RTS that was released in January of 2016 by Blackbird Interactive. It serves as a prequel to the original Homeworld game that started the series when it was released back in 1999.
Our planet is dying. The desert grows with every passing year. The world is at war. But there is hope. An object has been detected deep within the Great Banded Desert. It has been called the Kharak object, the primary anomaly. We believe it may hold the key to our salvation. An expedition to retrieve it is being prepared.
Rachel, we have you on this. Stand by for pickup.
So if you've never played any of the Homeworld games, they're a series of 3D space RTSs, except for Deserts of Kharak. Deserts of Kharak takes place on the ground. Gearbox Software, they recently remastered Homeworld and Homeworld 2. They combined them into one package and released that back in 2015. So if this game interests you and you want to kind of continue the series, I definitely recommend checking that out. As of now, I'm the only runner of this game, and I'm excited to be playing it for my first marathon. Hopefully it gets the game a little bit more recognition. This route is about 98% developed by myself. There have been 2 contributions from outside people. I'll mention those when they come up. That is the biggest reason I'd kind of like some more runners for this game. I feel like I've kind of pushed myself to the limit, and I need a fresh set of eyes to kind of look for new strategies. This will be a glitchless run. There are bugs that will occur during normal gameplay, but as of now, I don't have any glitches that speed up time. I'll point out these bugs when they occur. There are about 3 of them. 2 will cost time. 1 can save or cost time, depending on the situation. Also, the developers for this game, BBI, they were kind enough to provide a Steam code for this game. I believe if you donate during this run, you will have a chance of winning that code, so you can redeem it for your very own copy of Homeworld Deserts of Kharak. Anyways, that's kind of the intro. I'm going to shut up now, and we'll get on with the run.
Rachel, we need that control module hooked up before we launch, and we don't have a lot of time.
Understood. Clearance to approach?
You're clear. Gate 5. Rachel, Gaussian attacks have been launched against multiple coalition bases. The northern frontier is under attack. The launch of our expedition carrier, the Capisi, has been accelerated.
This is the captain of the jet carrier Capisi. All crews, Hangar 5. Stand by to initiate rollout sequence.
Loading control module now. Stand by.
Engage main drive. Laneway clear. All stations green. Captain has the helm. Ample clean blue on all decks. Full complement aboard. Shutter test green. Get CENTCOM up. See if they have any new reports to share on the current AO. 99 at 7.
Bringing systems online. Fleet manager online. Resource control system online. Unit status online. Command system online. Objective tracking online. All control systems successfully installed and online.
Systems confirmed. Rachel, redeploy to your base runner.
Copy that.
Attention all stations. This is Fleet Intelligence for the expedition carrier Capisi. I will be issuing all mission objectives through this channel.
Roll.
Before departure, we need to run essential tests on our key capabilities. Vehicle production, resource salvaging, and combat operations. Time is of the essence, so let's run through these quickly. Fleet operations, is your channel clear?
Affirmative. I will be providing all non-critical updates on unit production, research, resource salvaging, and all carrier systems through this channel.
Copy that. Stand by to initiate production test.
So I'm going to kind of try and talk in between the chatter. I
First,
don't want to
deploy
override
a
anybody
salvager
on
from the
this.
command carrier Capisi.
This is the first mission, Epsilon Base. It's more of a
Stand
tutorial.
by to commence resource test.
Still here.
Order the salvager to gather nearby resources located here.
The optimizations for this mission is just completing all these objectives as quickly as possible. I have a couple of visual cues for where I need to position
The
my
Capisi
mouse if
support
I need to click
cruiser
on
has suffered
something
a
really, really
mechanical
quickly.
failure and requires immediate repairs before departure.
Get that unit back online. Move.
Use your base runner to repair the support cruiser located here.
Initiating repairs.
Lima Base is reporting Kelsey attacks on several nearby outposts. Casualty reports unknown. Expedition carriers Fiskar and Anawan have been destroyed.
CU deposit depleted.
Repairs completed.
Good work, Rachel. Stand by for combat test. In order to produce combat vehicles, we will need to invest time and resources in upgrading
What's
our
up,
tech.
Round Master?
The first step is to upgrade the Capisi's advanced manufacturing facilities. Once that is done, we will be able to build light attack vehicles.
Point. Secure location marked. Research complete. Light attack
So the very
vehicle
first
fabrication
outside
now
contribution came from a username Trent. I only built 3 LAVs here, since I was only required to build
Produce
3.
3 light attack vehicles
But building a
from the
4th one
Capisi.
actually saves about 5 or 6 seconds for the combat test objective.
online. Light attack vehicle online.
Strike confirmed. Reroute power engines.
Light attack vehicle in service. Light attack vehicles ready. Vehicle.
Target drones are now ready for weapons testing.
Confirmed.
Use the light attack vehicles to target and destroy the drones located here.
On our way. Hold position. Copy. We're clear to engage. Let's move.
Control group 2 designated.
All required tests are complete. Give me a go, no-go for launch. Operations,
Go.
bridge,
Go.
Rachel.
Science team's in place. We're go.
Engineering, go. Confirm all systems go.
Location.
Sajet carrier Capisi. We are go for launch. Launch command confirmed.
Understood. Prepare to open outer doors. Fire all charges. Disengage locks.
I have been running this game for a year and 2 months.
Outer doors opening.
Mass ratio in line. Tracking solid. Doors at 50%. Looking good. Bring engines to speed and move out. Outer doors at full aperture and secure. She's all yours, Captain. All stations, this is your captain. Today we embark on a historic mission to find and retrieve the Kharaki object. Lying at the heart of the Great Banded Desert, deep inside Galcian territory, we believe it holds the key to our survival on this planet. The journey will be perilous, but if successful, we will change the course of history forever and secure our future for generations to come.
So this next mission is called the Boneyard. By the way, we have about 24 seconds of loading screens between each mission. It kind of gives me a good time to talk over some stuff. So the Boneyard contains my favorite cinematic of this game. The Capizzi is going to have its sensors module installed. I really like that scene. It has some really nice music, and I don't know, just kind of like the look of it is really interesting for me.
Boneyard Control, this is the Capizzi. Request immediate clearance to dock. Copy, Capizzi. We've been waiting for your arrival. You're cleared to dock. Cruiser standing by.
Boneyard Epsilon Lander 607 is wheeled down and prepping cargo for unload.
Roger that. Lowering module. Contact. Releasing clamp.
Sensors manager coming online. The Capizzi's desert refit is underway. While that happens, we need to gather as many resources as possible and reactivate retired units to bolster our fleet. Intelligence indicates Galcian forces are inbound on our location. We don't have long before they arrive. Rachel, you and the support cruiser need to reactivate the decommissioned units using your repair beams.
Copy that, Intel.
So the very first sort of
attack
trick,
vehicle in
this is the
service.
sensors manager. It kind of gives you a tactical view of the entire map. You can issue commands and
The
stuff.
storm to the south is growing in intensity and has turned our way.
During missions, fleet intelligence will
Roger.
often give you
Coordinates
commands
confirmed.
while
Light
showing the
attack
sensors
vehicle in
manager.
service.
I can grab my units and kind of give them commands
We
during
just
that to
received a
save a little bit of
transmission from
time.
Northern Command. They have confirmed that multiple coalition bases have fallen, including Delta, Juno, and Epsilon. Tyr is under siege. It appears the Sadim carrier, the Sakala, also managed to escape. We are to rendezvous with her and continue on with the expedition at all costs. Additional groups
For
of
instance,
contacts
here I'll be able to
detected and
grab some of
closing
my
in.
units and give them
Perimeter
commands.
turrets engaging enemy units. Keep those Galcian forces away from the Capizzi and continue to gather resources and units until departure.
Be advised. Class 5 sandstorm detected on approach.
Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Copy. Coordinates set. Ready for command. Go for armor. Coordinates confirmed.
Control Group 3 designated.
Coordinates confirmed. Ready. Send. Alert. Sensor post lost. Strike craft taking effective fire. Ready. Strike copies. Move hostile strike craft down.
Control Group 2 designated.
Strike craft ready. Reading. Op ready. One of our turrets is taking fire. Coordinate.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Carrier copies.
The Galcian attacks will continue. We require additional forces. We do not have a sufficient number of LAVs. Collect more CUs and build more LAVs immediately.
Attack vehicle in service.
Carrier copies. Strike confirms.
Runner copy.
Friendly interceptors crossing our airspace. Check your fire.
Green, reposition.
Light attack
Go for
vehicle
carrier.
online.
Ready.
Control Group 8 designated.
Hold fast.
So we also get our first taste of combat in this mission. We're going to be fighting off some waves of sand skimmers and railguns. The biggest optimizations is making sure you know where the enemy units are going to spawn and what their
Inbound
patterns are
friendly
going to be.
contacts detected.
So you got to kind of
Possible
memorize the
survivors
entire
from
mission,
Epsilon
which
or
can be
nearby
a little
base.
tricky, but it's actually
I
really
hope they
cool
make
when
it.
everything
We're
flows
gonna need all the help
together
we can
nicely.
Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Allied armor assault vehicles entering your area. Taking hits. We need immediate assistance.
advised. Allied armored assault vehicles are deploying smoke screens to break enemy line of sight.
Hostile range craft destroyed. Reading. Green line confirmed. Roger. Moving to guard. Punch it. We gotta go. Reading. Reposition. Armor ready. Strike craft destroyed.
So we're gonna
Fleet
get
Group 3
9
assigned.
free
We're
armored
clear.
assault vehicles in this
Transferring
mission.
shore control.
These are the
Allied
ones that
units
look like
acquired.
tanks.
The more we save, the stronger we'll be as we enter the desert.
Ready.
In an
Railgun
absolute
Galcian
perfect
heavy
run,
railgun spotted.
I will never need
It
more
will
than
have
those
difficulty
9.
targeting our
But if I
units at
lose a
short
few
range.
here and there, it'll
Our
be
LAV's
okay.
inherent speed and quick boost ability will allow them to close on enemy units quickly. Use this to gain the advantage. Position! Ready. A second flight of friendly interceptors is passing through. Keep your crosshairs low.
Board is green. Let's roll.
Acknowledged. Move out.
Hostile craft in AO. Maneuver for visual confirmation.
Warning. Stormfront arrival in approximately 7 minutes.
Going mobile. Move to guard craft. We read you. Move out. Strike copy. Move order confirmed. Hostile strike craft down. Roger. Moving to guard. Confirmed. Let's move. Hostile light attack vehicle detect on our way. Copy. We're clear to engage. Green line confirmed. Strike craft taking effective fire. Move order confirmed. Alert. LAV down. Enemy contacts on the board. Hold! Move it! Strike craft destroyed.
We need to improve unit combat performance. Access engineering to select upgrades. New upgrade options to improve our light attack vehicles are currently available.
Strike craft ready. Destination set. On our way. Alert! Rachel is in contact. Overdrive! Punch it!
Support ready. Reposition. Reposition.
Hold! It's a straight shot. Go!
Recommend improving unit survivability by investing in engineering upgrades.
Green line confirmed.
We've actually lost a couple more LAVs than I would like at the moment.
Hostile strike craft down.
Hit it!
Reading.
Light attack vehicle
We're gonna have to
enhancements
improvise a
online.
little
Standing
bit.
by.
Light attack vehicle is under fire. On our way.
That
This game
sandstorm
also
is
has height
closing on us
advantage
fast.
taken
5
into
minutes
effect
until
here.
Stormfront impact.
So like these dunes, if you imagine like a 3D map, if your units are higher than the enemy units that they're firing on, they get this little plus sign,
Coordinates
which
confirmed.
means you're basically doing 1.5
Got
more
it. Moving to
times more
defensive guard.
damage
Ready.
to the units
Green
that
line
you're firing
confirmed.
at.
One of our turrets is taking
So I'm going to
fire.
be taking advantage of that as much as possible by putting my units on top of units
Strike
that
copy.
fire down on enemy
On our
units.
way. Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Strike craft destroyed. Push up to that point. Strike confirmed. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. We got something on the horizon. Waiting for
I need
eyes
to
on
kinda
to
look
ascend.
these
Green line
guys.
confirmed.
There we go.
On our way. Provide guard escort for Rachel. Stay on her. Reading. Punch it. We gotta go. Move order confirmed.
This is Rachel. Go ahead. Focus the repair on
Armored
planet-
vehicle is taking fire. Ready. Coordinates confirmed.
It's a jet salvage depot. Allied Light Patrol Group. We are inbound on your location. Galcian Sandskimmers in pursuit. Request immediate support.
Order the Allied light attack vehicles to use their quick boost ability to escape the pursuing Galcian.
Orders! Hostile strike craft down. Move order confirmed. Hammer it. Get us over there.
Fleet Group 2 assigned.
Ready.
Fleet Group 8 assigned.
Green line confirmed. Fast attack pattern. Full speed. Tracking hostile. Move order confirmed. Rachel is taking fire. Respond. Green line confirmed. Hostile range craft destroyed. On our way. strike craft ready. Divert power to engines. Cleared for move. Proximity warning in effect. Ready.
Stormfront arrival in approximately 3 minutes. We're running out of time.
Coordinates confirmed. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Reading. Ready. Strike craft destroyed. On our Boneyard, Capisi. Allied armor group on approach. We're under fire and need immediate support.
Go for orders. Gun on. Steady fire. All out.
Wasn't this good?
Give me a clean shot. Hit it. Countering. Armor, go ahead. Ready.
Control Group 3 designated.
Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending.
Gun on. Steady fire. Don't move into my... Unit secured. Adjusting speed of match. Closing in.
Green line confirmed. Send message. Reading.
2 minutes until that storm hits. Boneyard staff transferring aboard. Strike down. Got it. Tracking target.
Hostile strike craft down.
Move it.
Strike copies. On our way. Punch it. We gotta go.
Tracking target. Hold.
Enemy railgun eliminated.
Position.
There's a helicopter going over
Go
my
for armor.
apartment building
Underway.
right now,
Ready.
which seems very, very loud.
It's a straight shot. Go.
Receiving. Okay, time to roll.
Acknowledged. We're clear to proceed.
Capisi is ready for immediate egress.
Taking fire.
Ground unit, eliminate remaining Gaussian forces and prepare for departure.
Punch it. Getting close.
Punch it.
Hostile railguns have opened up.
Reading. Move it.
Strike craft taking effective fire.
Reading.
This guy
Move.
might die. That's kind of
Fire
scary.
covering smoke. Move. Receiving.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed.
Stormfront arrival in 1 minute.
This guy
All
managed to
crews,
escape.
prepare the Capisi to move out.
Destroyed. Reading.
Reading. Green line confirmed. Receiving.
Strike craft destroyed.
Clear out. Hit it.
Coordinates confirmed. Hostile range craft destroyed.
Orders.
Receiving.
Control Group 2 designated.
All Gaussian forces
So we
have
seem
been
to have lost
eliminated.
quite a few units there than
Stormfront
normal.
arrival imminent.
All right.
The
Bring
mission
engines
didn't
to
go
full and move
that
out.
smoothly, but we got it done.
Wind speed in excess of 300 kilometers per hour.
Copy that. Engaging full shutters. Expect impact on my mark. In 3, 2, 1. Mark.
And I'm gonna have a nice can of Dr. Pepper because I'm sleepy. Hopefully the caffeine will keep me awake. Alright, so this next mission is called Cape Wrath. This is the mission I feel like I've optimized the most. Like the Boneyard, we're gonna do some spawn camping and a little bit of trigger abuse to advance the mission through objectives as quickly as possible.
I'm picking up a faint signal. It's an emergency transponder beacon. Could be the Sakala.
Push ahead and search for the Sakala. Copy. Displacing now.
Alert. Sandstorm conditions in effect.
Be advised. Gaussian combat patrols may be in the area. As we push forward, keep your eyes open.
Engineering reports the Capisi's primary shunting systems are now online.
Right now I'm
May
going to
now be
boost
shunted
these
to
group of
weapons,
LAVs to
armor,
a specific
repairs,
point on the map to
long-range
trigger the next
targeting
cutscene.
systems. Reroute power. We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual.
Armor copies. Target to
Armored vehicle is taking.
I'm having trouble locking onto enemy units.
They're using the dunes to break line of fire and gain a height advantage.
Hostile railgun.
Recommend using their own strategy against them. Gain the high ground and use the dunes for cover. Move out! Resist!
Enemy railgun eliminated.
located the source of the signal. It's an abandoned coalition carrier. It's been here for a while. My team and I are heading inside. Delay salvage operations until we complete a search of the vessel.
Copy that. Rachel's team has begun to investigate the derelict carrier. We're exposed as long as we hold position here. A defensive perimeter must be established in order to protect Rachel and her team.
Salvage dunes are blocking the carrier's access to the derelict. Systems
Understood. Smaller craft, you are clear to approach the derelict.
Rally
So the
point set.
Capizzi has
Move to
this really cool
location.
power
The
shunting
science
system
team
down here.
cannot remain isolated at the derelict carrier. Secure her position with units from the fleet.
So I
Weapon
get
systems online.
so much power here that I can put into
Be
different
advised,
systems to kind
carrier repair
of give
systems
the carrier
online.
different
Weapon
roles.
systems
For
online.
instance, I could put a lot of power into armor and repairs to make it kind of tanky. Or I could take all the power out and put it into turrets and range to make it like a really fast or really powerful attacking ship. So later in the missions, the
Copy.
Capizzi will have
Running it
different
through the
roles.
computer. Stand by. Right.
We also have this really nice dune here to camp our units on so they can fire down onto the
Rachel.
enemy units as they come through this
You're
canyon.
aboard the Sajet carrier Ifrit Naval, part of the Coalition's lost expedition.
enemy spotting.
This is my brother's ship. The AO. My God.
Got the tracker.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Continuing search, Intel. We'll keep you advised.
Hostile strike craft down.
The Galcian are using hit-and-run tactics.
CU deposit.
Focusing on their lighter units should cause their slower, heavier units to retreat.
Light attack vehicle online.
Displaced to that armor vehicle taking effective fire. Eyes on hostile railgun. Target fire! Hostile range craft destroyed. Armor ready.
Light attack vehicle in service.
Draw their fire.
Light attack vehicle online. Light attack vehicle
These
in
group of
service.
sand skimmers right here. These are the fastest units in the entire game. They have some sort of hard-coded speed
Light
boost to
attack
get them
vehicle online.
from one point of the map to another, and they travel faster than any other unit that we will see
A group
throughout
of
the
sand
entire
skimmers
run.
is targeting the Capizzi's position. Shunt power to armor and repairs. Send units to support the Capizzi.
Fleet Group 8 assigned.
Punch it. We gotta go. Strike craft destroyed.
The Galcian have been here already. There's extensive interior damage. I'm detecting a unique signature coming from inside one of the bulkheads. This may be what the Galcian were searching for. Beginning bulkhead deconstruction.
Approach.
Armor, go ahead.
Confirmed. Alerts 2 and 3 just went red. Contact on board. Sweep of fire. Hostile armor. Eliminate. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Receiving.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual?
Rachel, more Galcian reinforcements are inbound. Return to the Capizzi immediately.
Target.
Negative intel. We found a piece of unidentified technology grafted into the carrier's sensor array. Keep us covered while we extract this artifact from the bulkhead.
Roger that. We'll deploy additional units to cover you. You need to hurry.
Got eye.
Understood. Give us 5 minutes. That
So
should be enough
destroying
time.
one of these enemy railguns is going to advance the mission to the next objective, so I have some units waiting here to kind of spawn camp and kill it as quickly as I can.
Intel, science update. This artifact is composed of the same materials as the orbital fragments recovered 45 years ago, but this is no fragment.
These
Until this moment, we have never seen this technology fully intact and functional. We need to secure it immediately.
Copy that, Rachel.
Be advised.
This railgun
Tracking
also has that
hostile.
same hard-coded speed boost to it. It travels just
Receiving.
as fast as
Hammering,
an
get us over
LAV
there.
does using its boost ability, which in any other scenario in the game, the LAV would outrun this thing.
Jury-rigged into their sensor array.
Light attack vehicle.
Okay. I know what they're doing. I think I can merge it with our systems and greatly enhance our sensor capabilities.
Destroyed. Reading. Hostile railguns have opened up. Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Railgun.
What's your status?
Intel, I figured out the wiring. Should speed us up considerably.
Overdrive! Roger that. Ready. Gaussian ranged units engaging the Capisi.
Hostile range.
Shunt power to the weapon range and damage systems to hold them off. It's open up there.
Strike craft ready.
Now I'm going to
Moving
position
in.
all of my attacking ships at a certain point in the map for another spawn camping point.
Strike confirmed. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Punch it. We got it.
Off ready.
I'm going to try and play it pretty safe here.
We're almost there.
I'll use the armored assault vehicle
More
smoke screen
Gaussian
ability
are
to
bound
kind
to show up. You need to hurry.
Armor vehicles.
cut off the line of sight from this group of assault ships because I don't want to take
Rachel's
any more
team is
damage
still
or
inside the
casualties if I
derelict.
can prevent
Her
it.
position must be defended. Lock smoke. Good gun.
Enemy armor disabled. Move. Strike copy. Move it. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Hit that target with smoke. On target. All out. New heading set. Deploy smoke screen. Copy. Lay down a smoke screen. Throw off any hostiles in the area. Smoke screen out. Armor copy. Go for
And we made it.
Capisi, science team is en route. We've extracted the artifact along with the carrier's backup data drive.
Good work, Rachel. I'll have receiving crews standing by.
Stand by to power up the recovered artifact. Initiating sensors modification now.
Sensor efficiency has been greatly increased, and interference from the storm has been filtered out.
Excellent. Contact range increased.
With our sensors now operational, we've detected a hostile cruiser supporting the enemy offensive. Engage and destroy the enemy cruiser.
We actually destroyed that cruiser during the cutscene.
Hold position.
Resources are scattered throughout the area. To collect them efficiently, we need support cruisers deployed alongside our salvagers. Capisi fabrication facilities can now be upgraded to produce support cruisers. Gaussian support cruiser destroyed. Remaining enemy units falling back. Enhanced sensors are picking up multiple enemy signatures at the extremity of our range. I've got 2 carrier-class vessels in tow.
The Gaussian have located us. We have no choice. We need to keep moving deeper into the open desert. Set course for the Sarathi Basin. Once we arrive, we'll transmit to Sakala our coordinates. Engine crews, stand by to engage maximum power.
And that's Cape Wrath. This next mission is Kalash Site. Kalash Site can go very, very wrong. For a casual playthrough, this is my absolute favorite mission. But in a speedrun, this is the absolute worst. There's a lot of luck in this mission. The strategy that I'm going to use seems to be the most consistent. But things can still go very wrong, and there's going to be a lot of things going on. And I'm going to try and commentate and play as best as I can, but there might be some times where I just kind of get really focused and want to try and complete the mission effectively.
Closing in on the target site. Rachel, scout ahead and establish a positive ID.
Roger that.
We have arrived in the general vicinity where the Ifrit Nabal recovered the artifact. Spread out and search the area.
So like I said, there's going to be a lot of things going on. This is an absolutely huge map, and this is the same map that we're going to play on during the
Adjusting
next
onboard
mission.
scanners.
So any placement I have of units is going to carry on into mission 5. So I have to try and
It's
set
gotta
up
be
some
around
units
here.
in specific
The signal we
positions to
picked up was
save time
significant.
for the next mission, while we're going to be fighting all over this map, and it's going to get very
Intel.
chaotic.
We found something.
So hopefully I do a good enough job.
you guys seeing this?
Affirmative.
Commencing scan.
What are we dealing with?
Stand by. Checking the data now. It's some kind of ship. I'm beginning analysis of the main superstructure. Readings show considerable heavy metal deposits. This is definitely the clash site that Jacob was talking about. Data confirms the Ifrit Nabal artifact was indeed removed from this location. I'm also detecting wreckage strewn across the valley below. I'll need to set up additional scanners to get a clearer picture of exactly what happened here. My preliminary scans are incomplete. I need to place a scanner at this location to get more data.
Let's move.
Scanner deployed. Commencing surface scan now. 2 designated. The technology contained here is far more extensive than anything we have gathered to date. It will advance our existing research programs exponentially.
Ready for a
The resources that are visible now can be salvaged, but there are considerably more within the wreck itself. In order to extract them, we need to establish a broader scanner network so I can develop a complete shipbreaking plan. I'm sending the details to the Capisi's engineering team.
Cleared for move.
Scan complete. I'll need some time to fully analyze this data.
Move for carrier.
We need to explore the valley below to identify additional wreckage from the Kalash. Deploy and secure scanners at each wreckage site located. Alert. The storm is producing tornadoes on low-lying areas. Avoid the tornadoes. The sand and debris they spin up chews through light armor. Searching for additional wreckage in the valley ahead could be difficult. If we upgrade our fabrication facilities to produce base runners, they'll help us in our search.
Take us out.
Proceed to rally point.
Carrier
Secure location marked. Base runner fabrication online.
Steady pace.
Begin constructing base runners and use them to search for salvageable wreckage.
New heading. Adjust. Stand by. Get her moving.
Deploy a probe from one of our base runners to help in the search for wreck sites.
Base runner.
Probes will allow us to quickly explore new areas and search for hostile forces.
Wreckage site detected. PC, go.
Great work. Establish a scanner and a defensive turret.
We're online.
Base run.
Our scans indicate there are 2 additional wreck sites.
Just when we were getting comfortable.
Acknowledged. Set up scanner for area sweep.
Guards set on armor. Moving into escort formation.
Go for Capisi. New course charted.
Rachel here.
Are targeting our scanner network. Scramble defenders. All scanning sites must be secured. Recommend deploying turrets from base runners to do so.
Alright, that's not a good sign.
We're moving up.
Looks like the spawns are on a different cycle.
RU site exhausted.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Acquired. Moving the site. Intel, can you provide an update on the Sakala's current location? Report ready.
No response from the Sakala. The storm is interfering with our communications.
Understood. Keep me advised.
So the too long didn't read version of
Armor
this
vehicle
mission,
taking
there's 3
effective
wrecks
fire.
here. I have to put a scanner at each one of these wrecks and defend it from a Galzian attack. There's a couple
Hostile
issues
strike
with
craft
that.
down.
One, I have 80 out of 100 population. I am saving
ready.
a lot of my population for units called strike fighters, which are basically planes.
Ready.
or jet fighters,
Additional
whatever you'd like to
wreckage
call
site
them,
located.
and we get those
Get it,
in
Roger.
this mission.
Good
And
work.
they eat up a lot of
Set up the
population, but
scanner
they are
and
by
secure
far
the
the
site.
strongest and quickest units
There
I
is
can
still
develop
one more wreck site.
for my
Continue
fleet.
your search. Scanning
The second thing is
Establish defensive
the AI in
turrets
this
on those
game is a
scanner
little
locations
wonky.
ASAP.
The Galzian are going to favor attacking one of these 3 wrecks. Now I want them to favor to attack this wreck on the right, and looks like what they're going to do because this production cruiser came over here. So
Reporting.
that's good. That's the first
Defend that
bit
area
of
with the turret.
luck that we need in this mission. So that's going to go well. This
Go for
group of
armor.
AAVs is by far the strongest group of units I have, so they'll be able to hold off all these
The Galcian
attacking
are attempting
forces
to
very
destroy
quickly.
our
And
scanner
I also
network.
just got strike fighter fabrication.
We
rather
require
quickly,
rapid
which is
response
nice.
aircraft to counter Galcian attacks. Reading. Invest in the Capisi's hangar facilities to begin producing strike fighters.
Vehicle detected.
Receiving. Display. Engage. Hold up.
Acknowledged.
Push through.
Alert, Rachel is under fire.
Reading. Full power. Move.
Ready. On target.
25% complete. Hang in there.
Good copy.
Hold up.
Strike fighter fabrication online.
Steady by.
Begin constructing strike fighters immediately.
Position. Go for orders. Reading for orders. Hostile lock.
Receiving. Focus on the critical damage.
Send message. Deploy a turret on the
These
location.
bases, or
Rudder
I guess
copy.
wrecks over here, just get a couple of
I'm
turrets
ready.
in this LAV group that's
Ready.
going to kind of control around.
We've detected something. Can you confirm visual you feel? Ready for
There's
command.
also 2
Set new
bugs I
vetting.
need to work out for this
captain.
mission, or look out for. One deals with this production cruiser. If I blow up this
Strike
production
craft down.
cruiser as soon as
Armor
a
vehicle
sand
taking
skimmer spawns
effective
from
fire.
it,
Enemy armor
that
on
sand
approach.
skimmer has a
ahead.
chance
Armor
of
ready.
becoming invincible. It'll basically
Reading.
be
Strike fighter
invulnerable to
online.
anything I do to it. It will not move. It'll just stay stuck on the map, and nothing
C
I
site
can do
exhausted.
can destroy it.
Copy.
And it
Moving.
will just sit there, and you'll never be able to complete this mission
Hostile light
because the
attack
final
vehicle
objective is
visually
destroy all
authenticated.
enemy units, and
Attention.
you
The
won't be able
data
to do
we've
that.
already collected is amazing.
The second bug I
Strike
just
fighter ready
encountered
for
there,
service. Coordinates dialed in.
Attack
these
course
guys
set.
get
Salvage
stuck
your copy.
sometimes. Well, this guy
On the
still
move.
is stuck, so you kind of got to manually move him a little bit and then get
This
him
place is
pulled
up
up
to
to his
you,
position.
field. One of our turrets is taking fire. Be ready. Sensors posted under fire. Alert. Move order. Port trap has been engaged. Get us over there.
Receiving.
Strike alert. Third post destroyed.
Oh, that's not good.
Be advised. Reading. Tracking hostile.
Go for
This
support.
scanner is going to
We've
destroy
lost the
this
scanner.
base for our fight.
Replace it to resume the scan.
Sensor post
That
lost.
will be okay. Then.
Copy. We're clear to engage.
We'll be
In
able
contact.
to compensate.
Go for orders. Contact. Counter.
Ready. Target repaired.
Combat alert. Support trap.
Scan at 80%. Just a little longer.
Rachel is taking fire.
Strike fighter
Respond.
approach vector dialed
You
in.
can complete this mission with
Green
2
light
scanners
confirmed.
still.
Engines hot. We need a turret set.
I don't think I'm going to try and get a scanner over there. I'll just
Strike
take
trap
the time
taking
loss.
effective fire. Our way. Reading. We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to authenticate.
Keep steady. Watch the arm.
Reading. Focus on the critical damage.
Attention.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector down.
Salvager
We're in the light.
online.
Copy. Green line verified.
So as you can see, these are my strike
Tracking
fighters. They
armored
can
craft
fly
on
across the
approach.
map and just absolutely
Target locked.
decimate enemies with their missile strikes.
Runner. Enemy armor disabled.
Proceed with decommission.
Ready. Send.
Reporting. New heading set.
This is the captain.
That's it. Scan complete. We've got it.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Ready to burn. Coordinates confirmed. Make ready.
So now I just need to
Strike
quickly
copy.
mop up units as fast as I can.
On our way. Light
And then
attack
I also
vehicle
need to
is
try
under
and get
fire.
some of these
Armor vehicle
salvagers
taking
to
effective
points
fire.
on the map. Some of these guys look very dangerous.
for order.
Especially
Hit that target with smoke.
you just passed.
Standing by. Get us moving.
Armored vehicle has been destroyed.
Receiving.
Copy. Alert. Rachel is in contact. Copy. Stopping. Acknowledged.
Alright, there should be a code.
Alert. Carrier taking fire.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack course set. Move order confirmed. Reading.
Receiving.
Hostile strike craft down. Take him apart.
Target repaired. Move. Runner. We're clear to
Hostile
move.
armor eliminated. We got an assignment. Hostile on sensors. Authentication pending. Reading. Alert. Support taking hostile fire. Enemy railgun firing on
Strike
friendly.
fighter coordinates dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the fight. Copy. Target set. Hostile armor incoming. Engage! Reposition! Hostile range craft destroyed. Keep the speed up! Attention.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set. Easy moving out. Armor, go ahead. Green line confirmed.
Standing by.
Strike craft
They're on.
destroyed. Listen up.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Green line confirmed.
So now we just gotta
On
kind
our
of
way.
camp on top of
Capacity
this.
gone. New sector
I do not want the
designated. Move
Capacity
out.
to go out of bounds.
Ready. This is the camera. Enemy armor disabled.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Alert. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Move out.
Red alert. Command carrier taking fire. Swing around. Maintain fire. Target locked. Hold position. Alert. LAV down. Full speed. Target readjust. Armored vehicle is taking fire. Receiving. Locked. Enemy railgun eliminated. Point set. Reading. Salvager ready. On our way.
This scan is unusual. I've never seen anything like it. I need to start breaking down the data immediately.
So besides losing an extra
Understood.
AAV,
Great job out there.
This wasn't a bad
Thanks.
mission. A little
This was
slow,
right.
but
We've successfully
we made it
completed
through,
our
which
scan
is
of
the
the
biggest
Kharak wreck,
crux
but
of
it may
this
only
game
be
at
a
the
matter
moment.
of
So
time
we
before
should
the
we're on a
Galaxian
run now,
carrier
guys. We're on
vector
an
onto our
official
position.
run.
Intel, I fed the scan data into the computers and added my spectrum and IR readings. I'm heading back to the Capisi now.
Copy that. We're all eager to hear the results of your analysis.
I bet. You're gonna like this.
So this next mission is called Kharak. It, like I said, it takes place on the same map that we just played. So as long as I have my units, the position they carry over. So I took a little bit of time to get my units moving into position for this mission. Excuse me, I'm talking quite fast. All I need to do here is just kind of research some new technologies, build some new ships, and it's actually a mission that's pretty much in the bag. It's not difficult at all.
Intel, detailed scans have identified one section of the Kalash with energy readings far exceeding normal parameters. I'll begin salvaging there first. Once I've confirmed my shipbreaking plan works, we'll move out into the valley below and expand operations.
Copy that, Rachel. Deploying security teams to defend the inner perimeter.
Approaching the wreck now.
Copy that, Rachel. Proceed with shipbreaking operations.
Come on.
We will need to use several demolition charges. I'll need to place the charges on the wreck and detonate them once I'm clear of the blast zone.
Roger.
Understood.
New course.
Charges placed and enabled.
What do you need?
All right. Pull back to a safe distance and initiate detonation.
The charges can be detonated individually or as a group. We have There it goes. Completed. Await
Nice work.
artifact spotted. We need to collect that artifact and return it back to the Capisi to research it.
Carrier copies.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Oops. I
The
did that a
artifact
little
we
too
recovered
quickly.
has been installed successfully. The Capisi is already registering a massive increase in available power.
Capisi power levels are surging. Nice find, Rachel.
Online. Attention fleet. The artifact manifest is now available to review the latest science analysis and data. We must push out into the valley and salvage the remaining wreck sites before we run out of time.
Understood.
Railgun operational.
I needed a salvager at each one of these wrecks to blow them up to continue this mission.
Be aware. Scattered Gaussian contacts detected near wreck locations in the valley. Ensure salvage teams are well defended.
Understood. Salvage teams form up and await orders.
Salvager ready.
I've updated the salvagers with the demolition charge schematic. They'll require CUs to produce new charges.
Understood.
Set charges right there. Salvager copies.
Railgun operational.
Charge layout set. Get started. Salvager up. Time's a wasting. We got an assignment. Salvage array ready.
Enemy.
Intel, be advised. Hacking Gaussian units is now available. By accessing their shared network, I can commandeer their vehicles.
Hold charges.
If you can get them aboard the Capisi, our engineers can reconfigure their control systems. Once that's done, we can allocate them to our fleet.
Sounds like a plan.
Charge. Attempt to commandeer one of their units to confirm the system is operational.
Move out.
I
Intel,
need
we
this guy
found
to
an
kind of
artifact
move
at this
away a little
location.
bit, otherwise
Looks promising.
explosion.
Field depleted.
Great work. Continue
He's not
salvaging.
meant to commit
Artifacts
suicide.
and Gaussian air units are probing our position.
Acquired.
Anti-air turrets now available for construction.
Send orders.
Anti-air turret templates loaded into the base runners.
Now I gotta try and grab
The
her.
main assault force will arrive soon.
Who's ready?
Fleet. That didn't take long. Gaussian forces are responding to our salvage operations. Field expended.
Gaussian strike group confirmed on sensors. Redirect defensive forces to our salvage crew's position.
Vehicle detected.
Reporting.
Deploying at next wreck site. Expecting Gaussian reinforcements.
So one of the bugs I
Be
was talking
advised,
about that you
all
can
wreck
experience in
sections
this
of
game,
site
I
have
call it
been
the Strike
processed
Fighter bug.
successfully.
The
Strike
very
coordinates
first time you
dialed
deploy
in.
strike fighters in a
Strike
mission, they have a
systems
chance that
online.
they're going to
Ready to
completely
burn.
Light
ignore
attack
the orders that
vehicle
you
in
give
service.
them. Like this guy right here, and he's just going to go ahead and dock right again.
We're being hailed by the Gaussian
It
carrier.
only happens the very first time you launch a
Stand by
wave
to
of
receive.
strike fighters,
Next
so I'm going to
dialed
kind of launch them now because
Attack
I'm going
course
to need
set.
them later in the mission, and I don't want them to just take off and dock again.
Suggest carrier Capisi. There can be no hiding from the Gaussian in the Great Desert. We are the desert. As before, you have violated this holy site. Only now you have chosen to destroy it, pillaging its sacred artifacts to serve your profane ambitions. You may go no further. Prepare to face the wrath of the Duke and beg his divine forgiveness. I will pray for your soul.
Salvage teams. Sensor activity is increasing. Expect the main Gaussian force to arrive soon.
We're going as fast as we can here.
Signed.
On our way.
Understood. Keep your eyes open and be ready to pull back to the Capisi.
Taking fire.
The Gaussian commander Kagan has cornered us. We are heavily outnumbered. They will mount their assault from all sides. We must stand our ground.
Ready. Send.
All personnel, man your battle stations.
Take him out. Orders! Keep the speed up! Hold!
Picking up sensor contacts all around us.
Alert, right?
We must pull back to the Capisi.
Verified.
Confirmed. Get back to the Capisi immediately.
Engage.
Gaussian units approaching. This is going to be close. Deposit depleted.
All available forces are to protect salvage crews and the Capisi. All other concerns are secondary.
Enemy railgun eliminated. Ready. Send. Receiving.
Be advised, the Gaussian have deployed a new variant of their armored combat unit.
They also have a
appears
little
to have
bit more
replaced
power
its
to work
standard
with, also
armament
power
with a
up
missile
some
battery. This will
other
allow it to
systems.
function as both ground fire support and mobile AA.
Strike craft destroyed. Salvager has been engaged. Support crews are under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Send message. Going mobile. Strike copies.
Control Group 2 designated.
Move order confirmed.
Op ready. Green line confirmed.
This is the captain. Coordinates confirmed. Ready.
Now we're just kind of playing the waiting game.
Receiving. Punch it. We gotta go.
Salvager ready.
I will be showing off
Message
Rachel's
post.
new
Under
hacking
fire.
ability that she gained in this
Enemy
mission.
railgun firing on friendly.
It's exactly what it says. It allows me to hack one of these enemy ships and
An
add it to
RU
my
site has
fleet.
been depleted.
It's best to do this when I have
Alert.
max population. That way it's kind of like getting the unit for
Red
free.
alert. Command carrier
And I'll be
taking
using
fire.
that definitely throughout the entire run to kind of bolster my fleet.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
Hacking unit. Commentary.
Hostile strike craft down.
It works. I've assumed control of the Gaussian vehicle. Sending it to the Capisi now.
Rachel is in contact.
Strike copies. Green line confirmed.
Reading.
We are being overrun.
Countermeasures active. Performance knowledge. Stay alert.
Sedim reinforcements have arrived. I say again, Sedim reinforcements have arrived. All units, hold fast and maintain position.
Capisi. This is Captain Mashad of the Sedim carrier Sakala. Sakala, be advised. The enemy carrier Ashoka and her fleet have us surrounded. Understood. We warned you and our coalition partners for years of the Galcian threat. We called for a total cleansing of the desert wastelands, but now this appears beyond our reach. I suggest we finish off these Gritidim while we have the advantage. Agreed.
The Gaussian carrier has an escort of multiple cruisers. Recommend immediate advance on the Gaussian position.
Capisi, say again. Request targeting the siege cruiser positions. Strike craft, take copy, Sakala. All units, move on those siege cruisers now. Alert, LAV down.
It's a straight shot. Go! Lock! Return fire!
Go ahead. Target set.
I'm about to lose all of my
Confirmed.
LAV.
Enemy siege cruiser destroyed. Hostile railguns have opened up.
Orders! Move it!
Capisi copies.
Armor
Enemy railgun
They
eliminated.
actually managed to escape through there.
Reassigned.
That was pretty close.
Coordinates confirmed.
So we actually complete this mission so fast that Captain Mashad of the Sedim carrier Sakala is going to talk during this ending cutscene. It's kind of like his speech is on some sort of timer trigger instead of like actually checking to see if you're in a cutscene or still playing the mission before he talks. It's kind of funny.
All units, we are taking convoy information. Request your forces target the Gaussian siege cruisers near our location.
And my mouse is always disappearing at the end of this mission for whatever reason, so I'm kind of trying
Personal
to
log.
blind find the next mission button. It's another perk of this game. Anyways, the next mission, Bellet and Dudesy. It's a very action-packed mission. It's actually another one of my favorites to play casually, and it's actually one of my favorites to play as a speedrun too. The map is huge. There's going to be a lot of fighting. We have to destroy our first enemy carrier. On occasion, I've had this mission play with no background music, so hopefully we get background music for the run. I don't want bad marathon luck there. Like I said, a lot of fighting. Alright, good, we have music.
Capisi, this is the Sakala. We are in position and ready to engage. Understood. Moving to attack now. Good luck.
We have reached the vicinity of the Ashoka's resourcing operations. Gaussian production cruisers marked at these positions, likely supporting salvage crews. A security patrol is moving between the 3 cruiser locations.
So it looks like we got the strike fighter bug here that's
Destroy
automatically
all
going to give
production
us a slower
cruisers
start
and
than
eliminate
normal.
that patrol.
A little frustrating, but
Fleet Group 2
not a whole
assigned.
lot I can do
Hostile
about it.
light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
Op ready.
Good copy. Hostile armor incoming. Enemy
Alert. Galcian combat patrol responding to our attack on the production cruiser.
strike craft destroyed.
We have to destroy
We have
3 of
target
these
lock.
production
PC
cruisers.
copy.
Weapon range systems currently active.
Salvager ready.
All throughout the map. That
Galcian
first
cruiser
one to the right is supposed to be
The
taken out
Galcians
with air.
seem to be adjusting their formation.
Looks like we
Can you
got it.
confirm? This is the captain.
Stand by, Capisi. Confirmed.
Coordinates dialed in.
Be advised. 2 groups of Galcian combat units have broken away from the main patrol force and are strengthening defensive positions around the remaining production cruisers. Ready. Galcian production cruisers are actively fabricating new units. Stand by for enemy contact.
Enemy
We also have
railgun
to destroy this
eliminated.
large security patrol, so I'm going to kind of soften it up with
Hostile
airstrikes.
armor eliminated.
Until
Armored
our main
vehicle is
attacking
taking fire.
force kind of meets
We've
up
got
with it.
hostile
The other
assets.
2 production
Confirm
cruisers are
visual.
going to be destroyed with this light attack vehicle group because they can travel very quickly across the map.
Armored vehicle.
Alert. Galcian combat patrol responding to our attack on the production cruiser.
CU field.
The second
Let's
production
get the heck
cruiser
out of here
destroyed.
and head up here.
Be advised, all remaining Galcian combat units are converging on the final production cruiser.
Strike fighter.
Incoming transmission from the Sakala.
Attack vector dialed.
PC, we've engaged. But they have broken away and approaching. Prepare to take a... Do you copy?
Vehicle marked on
Sakala, your signal is breaking up. Isolate and dampen interference.
hostile range craft.
PC,
That'll be alright.
but they have broken away and approaching. Prepare to take a... Do you copy?
Hostile.
Sakala, say again. What is the Ashoka's vector? Sakala, do you read? Over.
CU field.
We are well within range of their broadcast. The Galcian may be jamming the signal. Hold! Alert! New class of Galcian unit detected. It appears to be a modification of the Star Hall heavy railgun.
That coordinates.
It is faster and has a higher rate of fire, but a shorter range.
Guard order confirmed. Strike craft taking effective fire.
Ready. Hacking unit.
Enemy armor disabled.
Go.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Ready. Green line confirmed.
Support.
Hostile strike craft down. Got eyes on hostile.
So the combat patrol is kind of camping over here, which is very annoying because they have anti-air missile batteries up here.
Confirmed. Cleared for move.
Brenner copy.
And normally it doesn't
Signs off.
happen
Enemy
like this. It's
contact
just kind
on
of
the
like this
board.
mission has gone a little poorly.
Op
so
ready.
far.
Coordinates confirmed.
Okay, looks like they're coming back.
Go for order. Alert. LAV down. We got a railgun under fire.
Commandeering target vehicle.
Hostile railgun.
Critical
Opened up.
damage.
All out. Reading. Go, go. All hands. Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire. Be advised. Armored vehicle has been destroyed. Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Overdrive. Punch it. Alert. Railgun lost. Receiving. Swing around. Maintain fire. Enemy railgun eliminated. On our way. Alert. Carrier taking fire. To guard position. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Moving to guard craft. Guard position. Hostile armor eliminated.
So that was a little sloppy,
Guard
but
position set.
it'll be alright.
Strike craft destroyed.
The fleet is at maximum capacity.
Just have to rebuild a couple of units during this
Salvage
next
your
part
Final
of the mission.
production cruiser group destroyed.
Railgun off. Intel, I've managed to clean up the Sakala transmission. It's not perfect, but it's the best it's gonna get.
To PC, we've engaged the Ashoka, but they have broken away and approaching your location. Prepare to take evasive action. Do you copy? We are in pursuit.
Fleet.
Good work, Rachel. All stations, prepare to engage the Ashoka.
Light attack vehicle online.
Be advised. Hostile carrier detected.
You guys should be up here. Oh, I hope I clicked on them. They were supposed to be following the Capisi. I might have misclicked.
Enemy carrier detected. Moving fast on our location. The Ashoka has arrived. All carrier personnel to battle stations. Ashoka is
They're
heading
supposed
towards a
to be
nearby resource deposit
Hurry up,
and
guys.
is at full combat strength. Prepare defenses.
They're not too far behind.
Reading.
but
Ready.
Control Group 2
The strategy
designated.
to destroy
Enemy
the
on
Ashoka
run,
is one I came up with by myself.
Reading.
I think it's
Hostile
actually a
light
really
attack
cool
vehicle
strategy.
officially authenticated. Railgun reading. Get us underway. Strike
I
craft
need
taking
all my
effective fire.
railguns.
Control Group 4 designated.
My LAVs are going to go on a suicide mission. They're going to try and lure as many of the Ashokas
Alert. Light attack vehicle
this way,
destroyed. Go for
while my
range.
railguns kind of
Tracking
come on
target.
this from a distance.
Attention. Move through this hot zone. I'm ready.
The Ashokas are invulnerable for
Point set.
a good half a minute
Enemy
or so
railgun firing on
as
friendly.
this mission starts.
Cap.
And after I do a good
large
chunk of
group of
damage,
Galaxy units
I need to
is
start
inbound
backing
from the
my
Ashoka.
units up.
They lack anti-air defenses. Recommend airstrikes.
LAV down. All batteries. A railgun is taking effective fire. Crew ready.
Looks like I might have
Target
backed up
locked.
a little bit.
Railgun be advised. Group 2 locked.
Just a little bit more
Repeat.
damage to
Group
the
2 locked.
Ashoka.
Reading. Reading. Alert. Order. BC is taking fire. Red alert. Command carrier.
Intel, I'm detecting an
There it
energy
goes.
buildup within the
But
Ashoka.
now I need to back my units up.
What the hell was that?
An electromagnetic pulse.
Multiple units disabled.
Estimate time to recovery.
Several minutes.
Until then, they're defenseless.
The Ashoka is heading for more resources and deploying additional defensive units. Initiate evasive maneuvers and continue to engage the Ashoka until the EMP-disabled units come back online.
This is the captain.
So the Ashoka's going to
Alert.
follow a
Railgun
set
locked.
path,
Target set. Enemy
and
light
by
attack
having my
vehicle
units
marked
back
on
up, I
approach.
can just continuously fire on it as long as it travels through that path. It should go down here
Hostile
in a second.
railgun. Opened up. Hostile on sensors.
You have proved a worthy opponent. But let your joy be tempered with the knowledge that your death is inevitable.
There can be no peace on Kharak, so long as your Kithid pursue a path to the stars.
We lost a little bit more of the fleet there than I would have liked. We're probably about 2 or 3 AAVs down. I think we'll manage though. This next mission is called Galzian Base. It's my least favorite mission in the entire campaign. It's not that it's a bad mission, it's just kind of not my style. I need to get Rachel and my support cruiser to a specific base, hence the name Galzian Base. I need to do that as quickly as possible to advance the mission. Along the way there are several objectives that I have to complete, and if I kind of complete, or if I miss one of them and complete all the others, even if I get Rachel and the support cruiser to the base, the mission will not advance. So I have to kind of pay attention and make sure that I get everything completed while I'm traveling to the base. And yes, my fleet carries over from mission to mission, and this one is a persistent fleet.
Look at the scale of it.
They must have been resourcing this wreck for years.
Imagine how many artifacts, how much Galcian research is stored inside that base.
All units, prepare to engage the enemy. Substantial resource deposits confirmed. Begin salvaging operations immediately. The cooling system recovered from the Ashoka has been installed. We are reading a significant boost in reserve power.
Strike fighter online. The Ashoka's EMP technology has been adapted to my base runner as a ranged device. Any target caught in the impact zone will be completely disabled, though recharge time is a concern.
Advance to Mark CU. Ready.
Our strategy is working. The Sakala confirms they've drawn away much of the outpost's defenses. We need to work quickly to secure the area.
Systems online. Ready to burn.
Light attack vehicle
So
online.
good, we're not
Enemy light
encountering a
attack
strike
vehicle
fighter
marked
mode
on approach.
at the beginning of this mission. That's
Go
good.
ahead. Target locked. Make
Light attack vehicle in service.
A patrol guarding the Galcian resourcing operation has been alerted to our presence. Sensors indicate this force is heavily armed against both air and ground engagements.
Salvager destroyed.
EMP charged and ready to go. Time for a field test.
A Galcian salvager group is falling back to the main complex.
Go for ranged. All out! We're going to get We've got a salvager under fire. Be ready to adjust. Ready. Send. Reading.
Control Group 2 designated.
Green line confirmed. Enemy armor on approach. Railgun reading in. Get us underway. Armored target charged to full. Go for stop production cruiser verified. Order to take it out. Punch it. We gotta go. Enemy armor disabled. Alert. Rachel is under fire. Support cruiser under attack. Immediate fire support on that position. Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Full power. Move.
Allied trap has been engaged. Provide fire support.
So I also get to show off Rachel's new EMP burst ability. She just fires a large EMP ball at a specific area to disable units.
Turrets disabled.
That support
Be
cruiser is
advised,
actually taking quite a
targeting
bit of
control
damage.
towers is more effective than targeting individual turrets. Dialed in.
Attack course.
A second group of Galcian shipbreakers is retreating toward the base.
Cruiser destroyed.
Order! On target! The remaining Galcian shipbreakers are falling back to the safety of the base.
Reading. Go for range. Reading. Keep the speed up. Receive.
We've gained a foothold in the excavation site, yet heavy turret emplacements block our advance. Their visibility and firing arc is limited. However, they are equipped with heavy caliber rounds and are well armored. Get Rachel into the base, but make every attempt to outflank them. A direct assault would result in significant casualties.
Get out of here. Move! Those heavy turrets are operated from centralized control towers. Targeting the control towers with an EMP burst should temporarily disable the turrets.
Ready. Ready for... Use Rachel's EMP on turret control towers.
EMP.
Attention. We must work quickly to secure the complex. The Sakala's diversionary engagement remains uncertain. Get Rachel inside the outpost immediately, so she can begin gathering intelligence.
Detected something.
Advise deploying a support cruiser alongside Rachel to repair any damage sustained by turret fire.
Charges. Salvager up.
EMP has taken effect. Enemy turrets offline.
Receive. Wreck site secured.
Fire support on that position. Rail.
Alert. The fleet is taking fire from heavy turret emplacements.
Ready. Swing around. Maintain fire. Go, go. Lock. Return fire. Coordinates confirmed. Armor vehicle taking effective
I've already
fire.
lost control of Rachel. That's kind of poor.
Target lock.
Normally I like to hack an enemy ship there,
Go for
but
order.
she
Battle
lost
report.
control.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
The mission's trying to advance right
Ready.
now.
Target lock. Reposition. Hostile armor.
Science team, moving inside.
So I did that
that.
quick enough. I
Be careful,
prevented a
Rachel.
group of units from spawning from the base. It's pretty useful
Rachel,
since we don't have to
what is
defeat
your
this
team's
many.
status?
Status report. I've disabled the outpost's remaining turret emplacement. The
these guys
Galcian database is extensive,
resources.
however. I'll need more time to extract it.
Time's a wasting.
Excellent work. Keep us updated.
Scanner. Conducting sweep.
Control Group 4 designated.
Intel. I've ID'd a Galcian Honor Guard cruiser in one of the outpost service hangars. It can be integrated into our fleet.
The Honor Guard cruiser is located here. Send a support cruiser to recover it. We can expect a Galcian counterattack to reclaim the base shortly. Eliminate all remaining Galcian forces and defend Rachel's position.
So if you didn't catch that, I just collected my first optional artifact. There are a couple in other missions, but I don't go out of my way to collect them. I have a little manifest here. Looks like we got this one, inverse polarized bulkhead, which reduces the cost of aircraft by 20%. Not too useful. Most of the artifacts are not useful for a speed run, which is why I don't go out of my way to get them. There are a couple that are pretty cool, but I generally don't see them.
Hostile
But
light
I
attack
will
vehicle
collect them
visually authenticated.
when they're just kind of there, you know.
Go for armor. Gun on. Steady fire. Armored vehicle is
This
taking
Honor
fire.
Guard cruiser that we just recovered too is actually really neat.
Alert. LAB down. Gun on. Steady fire. Charge full. Receiving. Ready. Alert.
I'll
Railgun
kind of
down.
describe it just in a little bit.
Reading.
Focus on
Hostile
describing
strike
this.
craft down.
Hold! Engage! Receiving!
Hostile range craft destroyed.
So the cool thing about it is it hovers. It's of Galzian technology, so it travels a lot faster than any other cruiser
Rachel,
that we
you and your
build.
team need to evacuate.
Well, not
now.
necessarily, but any other regular cruiser that we can build at the moment, like the support cruiser. It also has a huge railgun on it, similar to like a regular railgun ship, except it does a massive amount of damage and it has a huge area of effect spread. So it's very powerful and very cool. I'm going to try and grab a couple of those throughout the campaign.
Kapisi, do you copy?
We copy, Sakala. Go ahead.
The Galcian fleet stations are headed for your position. We are
We lost transmission, Captain. The Galcian forces have split into two groups and are advancing towards the main complex perimeter. They are forming a blockade around the facility to prevent our escape from the blast. Clear a path through the blockade for Rachel to escape. The captured Honor Guard cruiser is equipped with a manually targeted railgun. Use it to break the blockade.
Enemy production cruiser has appeared in the AO. Go ahead. Bomber vehicle taking effective fire. Strike craft destroyed. We got a railgun under fire. Engage.
Sucks. It looks like I had the strike fighter bug here a little bit.
Enemy armor disabled. Our bomber is taking fire. Railgun locked in. Confirmed target. Ready. Good copy.
Are both of these bombers spent? Did they
Bomber
both
ready.
drop their...
Railgun target confirmed.
That kind of sucks.
Strike copies. Copy. We're clear to engage. Hammer it. Get us over there. Kapisi copies. Coordinates confirmed. Attention.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online.
That's not worth
Ready
it.
to burn.
We'll get some strike fighters over there to destroy that last one.
Go ahead. Course set. Lock on target.
Database extraction
Goodbye.
complete. Clearing the outpost hangar now. Rudder.
All units, evacuate the main complex. Say again, the fleet must clear the main complex.
So now Rachel's gonna have like a kind of get to the chopper moment, except it's actually very calm and collected.
Ready.
This whole place
Grid
is about
updated.
to explode, and she's just kind of okay. I'll
AU
get there
field
eventually.
expended. CU site exhausted.
And that's Galzian base.
Rachel,
Yes, I read you. That was close.
The next mission, Tombs of the Ancients. It's a pretty lore-heavy mission, or story-heavy mission. It actually contains the third longest cutscene in this game. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this mission like Galzian Base. It's not a bad mission by any means, it's just not one of my favorites. It's really straightforward. Not a whole lot of speed tech for this mission. We do get tactical bomber research, so we can build our own, which is very nice.
Hey, Rachel. If we find what everyone is hoping we will, the water riots, the food rationing, it could all become a distant memory. Our salvation lies in the desert, sis. I know it.
Rachel. Rachel,
Yes, I read you.
short-range sensors are picking up scattered wreckage in the valley ahead. That's strange. Our satellite data shows nothing here.
Intel. I'm going to scout ahead and take a look.
Galcian are evacuating this site. Wrecks have been identified at these locations. All shipbreaking teams, stand by.
Strike copies. Capacity copies. Cruiser ready. Op ready. On our way. Enemy.
You're gonna want to see this. Incredible. The ship, it appears to be fully intact. My God. How is this possible? The cavity surrounding the ship is perfectly smooth. No evidence of digging or... We need to start artifact retrieval operations immediately.
Roger that. Salvage crews standing by.
I'm picking up significantly elevated
Oh, that's
power
some crazy
signatures
physics
somewhere in
going
the
on
area.
right here.
Yeah. If we can find that power source and integrate it into the Capizzi, it will significantly increase our energy levels in all systems. Part of the walls of the
That
canyon are
happens from
distorting my
time to time.
scans.
It
We need to
makes this
send out
game
salvage teams to
a
find
little
that
bit
power
more
source.
enjoyable.
Agreed. This could be the most powerful artifact we've discovered so far. Salvage teams form up.
Receiving. Artifact found.
Excellent work. Send reinforcements to escort the salvage team.
Spider coordinates dialed in. I wish we had more time to investigate this location. The archaeological data alone would keep our scientists busy for years. I
And
would
it looks
give
like we're
anything
getting
to
the
meet
strike
people who
fighter.
engineered this technology.
Go ahead. Tracking armored craft on approach. We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on to authenticate. Target set.
I
Go
just
ahead.
need to
Enemy
realize
armor
that
disabled.
the siege
Target
cruiser
locked.
right
Enemy
here.
light attack vehicle marked on approach. Punch it. Let's go. Armor, go ahead.
Reporting?
Battle report. Hostile
Yeah, that
siege
would be
cruiser
something that would be
eliminated.
really cool if I was able to show off
Attention.
Standing by.
Strike craft taking effective
how
fire.
some of these ships can
Reading.
absolutely
Rachel
launch
moving out.
themselves into space.
Ready. Send. Go for ranged.
Control group 4 designated.
Watch for silhouettes. Send message.
I'm doing a long-range move with the Capizzi. These are always kind
Weaponry
of scary
system
when you have
currently
to move
active.
it from one point of the map to the other.
Ready.
A lot of times it likes to get
Coordinates
stuck on
confirmed.
random
Op
things
ready. Go
or
ahead.
spin
Move
around
confirmed.
crazy.
Make ready.
CU
Get
site
very
exhausted.
annoying.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set.
Bomber to launch deck.
Bomber online. Ready for launch.
Control group 3 designated.
Green line confirmed. Op ready. Ready.
So far, so good.
We read
I'm
you.
also going to
CU
collect
field
another optional
depleted.
artifact here.
Copy.
CU's exhausted.
Coordinates acquired. Moving the site.
I could spend a lifetime studying these ships. Just imagine the secrets they hold.
Copies. Hostile.
Salvaging teams, be aware. Galcian forces are attempting to extract artifacts from the wrecks at this location.
Ending. Enemy armor.
Salvaging teams, be aware. Galcian forces are attempting to extract artifacts from the wrecks at this location.
Down.
Support ready.
Op ready. Enemy salvager destroyed.
Fleet group 4 assigned.
I wish my bombers would just kind of stop circling
This is Rachel,
around
go
randomly and actually fight these guys.
Armor vehicle taking effective fire. Reading. Display. Reading.
Artifact recovered. Authentication
Let's see
confirmed.
what we got. We got the cross-linked polymer alloy, increased armor of all armored vehicles by
The
20%.
Galcian are positioning siege
Again,
cruisers
not
at
too
elevated
useful for a
positions
speed
to
run.
stop our advance. Attacking these cruisers from below will prove difficult. Upgrade our facilities to produce tactical bombers and target the Galcian siege cruisers.
The power source has been located at one of the wreck sites.
Reading. Railgun.
Understood. Redirect all available forces to acquire and escort that power source back to the Capisi.
Reporting. Salvager ready. Advance to mark.
Alright, so
site
the
has been
trick for
completed.
this mission is I kind of got to collect this artifact here at a specific time.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Attack vector dialed in. We're in the fight. Light attack
Just a few
vehicle
more
is under
seconds,
fire.
actually, that hurts me.
Support ready. Artifact position marked.
Strike craft.
Moving out.
Destroyed. Go ahead. Hostile armor
I also need to
uncovered.
take
We've detected something. Can you confirm
gander at
visual?
the siege
Artifact
cruiser and
tactical
make sure
bomber
it doesn't
fabrication
sneak up on me
online.
too much.
Research completed.
Begin constructing tactical bombers.
Mission account.
I want to detect her.
Hostile light attack vehicle. Visually authenticated.
Alright,
Coordinates confirmed. Armor ready.
now we just got to
Display.
position our fleet over here for the final leg of the mission.
Returning to carrier.
CU field expended.
PC moving out.
Research completed. Power source has been returned.
Great work. That extra power will give us a tactical advantage.
I can't wait to take a closer look at this artifact.
Make
I
sure
can only
these guys
imagine the
harvested
potential
everything good.
applications for this technology.
Cell strike craft.
Rachel, we're picking up significant sensor contacts inbound at high speed. Prepare for Gaussian counterattack.
Exhausted.
Green line confirmed. Go for armor. On our way. Enemy salvager neutralized.
We've got enemy contact. Missile launch detected. The Gaussian carrier Renza is moving towards our position. Prepare to engage.
Ready. Set.
This carrier battle just kind of seems shoehorned in here for me. I don't think it's very good level design personally. I feel like it's just kind of random that a carrier is just hanging out up here while we're just kind of carrying along.
Hostiles designated.
The
And it
Gaussian
just
are
randomly
escaping with
shows
an
up at the end of
artifact.
the mission.
Cut them off.
Circulation.
But that's just my opinion.
Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Ready. Contact. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Copy. We're clear to engage.
I'm going to try and use some of Rachel's
Strike
abilities
craft.
here.
Destroyed. A railgun.
Sorenza is shunting power to armor and is on the move.
In the area.
Gaussian repair crew en route to the Renza. Eliminate them.
That was not a very good.
Enemy railgun firing on premise. Armor vehicle.
We're picking up elevated energy signatures. The Gaussian carrier Renza is shunting all power to weapons.
Rachel is under fire.
And that's the
Weapon systems
Renza.
are at maximum.
And that's actually Tombs of the Ancients. So if I'm going to die in this run, this is the mission where it's going to happen. This is going to be another very big very big map. Lots of action again. We have to fight 2 carriers in this mission, and we're going to probably encounter a lot of bugs. The first is with the opening cinematic of this game. About 75% of the time, the units for this opening cinematic do not load. You're supposed to get a nice, really big, kind of like a pan, or the camera's going to pan over this huge battlefield with lots of units fighting. And for whatever reason, the units don't load. I think it's because the game's trying to conserve, like, memory or something. But, yep, so there's supposed to be a lot of units here. You kind of see their shadows a little bit, and you can hear them fighting, but you cannot see them. For whatever reason, they don't want to load for this cutscene. Like I was saying, I think the game is trying to reduce lag or something, but I don't
Roger that.
know.
We're closing on your
They'll pop
position
it
now.
if you're here in just a second.
Prepare for allied contacts. PC out.
The Sakala is currently positioned here.
Here they all are.
Ready all combat groups to support Allied fleet. Watch for friendlies.
We also can encounter that strike fighter bug here, which would be pretty annoying if it happens.
Capisi, we're under fire. Requesting
And
support.
the other bug is we have to send the
Hostile armor
Capisi on a
eliminated.
huge long
Get it
distance
moving.
move, and it can definitely get
Be
stuck
advised.
or
Allied craft
kind
down.
of do some wonky things along the way, which we don't
Course
want it to
set.
do.
Armor, go ahead. Take up
And
guard on that
speaking of
vehicle.
that, I should power it up.
Weapon range systems currently active.
We also get some really cool
Galaxian
technology in
railguns
this
are
mission.
tearing through our armored
Get that
forces.
going.
Designating hostile. Go ahead.
Alright.
Readjust target. Strike craft destroyed. Op ready.
The Galcian are pummeling the Sakala with long-range missile barrages.
Destroyed.
Upgrade the Capisi's cruise missile silos now.
Set.
Where is my last little group that's not?
Go ahead. Combat relay. Hostile production cruiser eliminated. Reading.
Bomber to launch deck.
Bomber online. Ready for launch. Op ready. Enemy armor disabled.
Research completed.
Identified target.
So I'm going to be building a ton
sweep.
of railguns in this mission.
Hostile interceptor
Since we have two
destroyed.
carriers to
Allied
destroy.
craft. The Galcian carriers are barraging us with heavy ordnance. Armored vehicle is taking. We have sustained multiple hull fractures.
Vehicle online.
Copy that, Sakala. Hold on. Alert. Allied carrier taking hostile railgun. With enemy contacts on the board. All hands. Reading. Guard
Railgun operational.
crew ready. Allied craft lost. Interceptor taking hostile fire.
Cruise
I might
missile
lose some
silos
strike fighters here in
online.
these mission ships that we can destroy.
Cruise missiles will decimate clustered enemy forces and static defenses at extreme range.
Ready. Moving into escort formation. Go ahead. Assuming guard position.
Receiving. Runner copies.
Hostile armor
That's
eliminated.
that.
Receiving.
Fleet Group 2 assigned.
So
set.
this is kind of like a 2v2
Coordinates
map
confirmed.
right here. It's us and the Sakala versus these two carriers.
Railgun
We have to
online.
defend the Sakala,
Strike fighter ready for
and I'm
service.
going to use that, or do that by using
CU deposit
airstrikes.
completed. Strike fighter coordinates dialed
Kinda
in.
trying to pick off large
Attack
groups
course
of enemies.
Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated. Alert. Friendly taking hostile enemy armor. Bearing designated. This is the captain.
All of these.
Multiple missile signatures detected. Missile barrage in the air. Allied craft down. Go for armor.
Support ready.
Ready. Set.
Fleet Group 4 assigned.
Strike craft destroyed. Op ready. This is the captain. Galcian missiles are smashing the Sakala's armored plating. Attack vector dialed in.
We must push the Galcian forces away from our Sadim allies.
We got something on the horizon. Waiting for eyes on Allied craft lost. Range travel.
I do
Underway.
not have very many armored assault vehicles. That's kind of
Capisi copies.
a little
Enemy
trouble,
armor disabled.
but we can manage.
Take him out. Op ready. Target locked. Reading.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Enemy
These
production
guys are
cruiser
taking
sighted.
a rather weird
Engage and
path
destroy.
that I really don't want
On
them
our
to
way.
take.
Eyes on the horizon. Move. Green line confirmed. Be advised. Allied craft destroyed. Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. Go ahead.
I also need to kind of make sure that my ships don't fly over this big group of missile ships and get smoked. That would be rather unfortunate.
Salvager ready. Place hostile armor. Eliminate. Tracking armored craft on approach. Alert. Allied carrier taking hostile fire. Ready for orders. Be advised. Allied craft down. Get us out of here.
Energy signature confirmed. An artifact has been discovered.
Use. Salvager copies. RU coordinates acquired. Moving to site. Hostile strike craft down. Displace to that CU field. Ready. On our way.
Alright, now we can kind of...
Enemy light attack vehicle march on approach.
Strike fighter approach vector dialed in.
So I'm going to use this new
Sakala
cruise
is
missile
taking heavy
ability that I
damage.
just researched. Basically, I can fire off
Enemy
a giant
airstrike
nuke
inbound.
at specific points in the map.
Unidentified hostile incoming.
Right now, there's a rather large force of units coming down the valley this way. I need to
Can you
be able to
confirm
target
visual?
those
Ready.
guys.
Alert. Friendly taking hostile fire. Tracking target.
Get a nice cutscene.
Allied craft
Yeah,
lost.
good.
Go ahead. Course set. Op ready. Strike craft destroyed. Go alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound. Engage. Alert. Allied carrier taking hostile fire. Lock and fire. Hostile range craft destroyed.
Op ready.
Gaussian missile barrage detected. Take evasive action. Punch it! Ready for command.
You should have
Be advised. Moving allied craft down.
Artifact recovered. Authentication confirmed.
Hostile armor incoming.
Oh, that's not good that there's a mission ship right there.
Go ahead. Interceptor taking fire. Attention. Alert. Strike fighter destroyed. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Copy. Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire
Some of
support.
these units survive, that's okay.
Enemy
I mean,
armor
they can't do
disabled.
too much damage, but
Reading. Move order confirmed. Punch
I don't
it.
want to
We
send
gotta
any
go.
more airstrikes over here, so I'm just going to have my,
We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual. On our way. Enemy railgun firing on
have
friendly.
my LAVs kind of
The captain. Coordinates
take over
confirmed.
the...
Reporting.
We got a railgun under fire. Receiving. Engage. Hostile strike craft down. Lock. Return fire. Enemy railgun eliminated. Alert.
we should be
Allied
good now.
carriers taking
CUs
hostile fire.
exhausted.
The Galcian carriers are falling back.
Detected. Make ready.
Well, I can still build quite a few more units.
CU site exhausted.
Capisi. Together we have driven off the Gaussian Critidem.
Roger that, Sakala.
Railgun reading you. Coordinates confirmed.
I am going to make a quick safety save here. Just in case I do die,
Go
we
for
don't have to
range.
play through the whole beginning of that mission again. Like I said earlier, if I was going to die on a mission, this is the one that's
Go
going
ahead.
to take place, so...
Strike craft taking effective fire.
We are readying a group of light attack vehicles to scout enemy positions.
Copy that. We'll engage.
Online.
I'm going to try and keep my Capisi back
New
just a
heading set.
little bit,
This
along
is
with
be
Rachel.
advised.
If
Carrier
any of
repair
these units
systems on.
die,
Galcian bombers
Rachel or the
detected.
Capisi, if they die,
Be advised.
that's what kind
the
of
terrain
causes
in
me
this
to
canyon will
lose the
prove
mission.
challenging for short-range units.
These
We can use the
two
terrain to our
Gaussian
advantage
carriers here can
by
launch off some
utilizing
pretty
artillery
impressive
cruisers.
missile barrages.
Upgrade
If one of those missile
facilities
barrages
to begin
hits the
producing
Capisi when I
artillery
don't have
cruisers.
any power shunted into armor, it'll bring the Capisi down to about 11 or 12% health,
Alert.
which makes it
Hostile
very
bomber
easy
sighted.
for
Op ready. Move confirmed.
the rest of
Enemy
the units
production
in this
cruisers
map.
appear
Just
to
kinda
the AO. A railgun is taking effective fire.
Likewise,
Railgun
it'll do the
reading.
same to Rachel.
CU field
It'll
depleted.
knock her down
Fleet Group
to-
4 assigned.
Coordinates confirmed.
Somewhere between 10 and 15% if she gets hit by a missile barrage. There's also going to be a lot of units, so it's very likely
Enemy
that
armor on approach.
the Capisi will take,
Armor cut.
maybe 10 to 50%
Alert.
of damage.
Friendly taking
Here's the
hostile
first one.
fire.
It should
Armor
target
vehicle
one of
taking
these
effective
AAVs.
fire. Target set. Armored vehicle. Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned. Reading. New sector designated. Move out.
And now we'll just kind of
RU deposit depleted.
back up like we did with the Shoka. These travel along a set path, so I'll just have
Go
my
for
railguns
range.
blast it.
Unidentified allied craft designated hostile. Moving out.
I can't use air. There's a lot
Enemy
of
light
missile
attack
ships
vehicle
around
marked
here.
on approach. Receiving. Move out. This is the captain. Ahead full.
Copy
Right
that.
now we're already
Coordinates
kind of, it's already getting close to
Attention.
which makes me
Battle
a little
report.
nervous.
Enemy production cruiser destroyed. Reading for order. Hostile railgun. Opened up.
Ready. We're
Just
moving.
want to keep my
This is the captain. Full power. Strike craft destroyed. Armored vehicle has been destroyed.
Ready. Punch it.
Alert. Railgun lost. Move through this hot. Rachel is taking fire. Respond.
So there goes the first
We got a
carrier.
railgun under fire. Orders. Push through.
The remaining enemy carrier is taking
We'll get a
defensive
cruise
action.
missile to knock
Continue the
out
pursuit.
the second carrier.
Target
Here's
on
the next
hostile
damage.
armor. Eliminate. Crew ready. Armored vehicle is taking fire. Receiving. All out. Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation.
Runner.
Ready for order. Charge and fire. Receiving. Display. Reading.
Control Group 4 designated. Fleet Group 4 assigned.
Attention. Hostile on sensor. Authentication pending. All hands. Push her through. Alert. Railgun down. This is the
CU field expended.
Proximity hostile. Engage. Allied Allied craft has been engaged. Provide fire support. Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Railgun
Tracking armored
operational.
craft on approach. Listen up. Be advised. Group 4 lost. Repeat. Group 4 lost.
Control Group 4 designated.
Alert.
Alright, so we lost
a railgun is taking
a good chunk of our railguns, but we managed to make it out of there alive.
Carrier taking fire. Allied craft destroyed.
We should be
Alert.
good for the next
Railgun
mission.
lost. Crew ready.
And that's the Whispering Gallery. It's kind of a nail-bite mission at the at the end of that, excuse me. Fighting 2 carriers can be very, very tricky. You have the potential to lose a lot of your fleet, but we can rebuild in the next
We have
mission.
defeated the Khans and Jukes carriers. Let's move to open ground and get out of this canyon. Bring engines to full.
This next mission is called Kashar Approach. Just like the Whispering Gallery, it's very action-packed. It's actually the shortest mission in the run. It should be around 6 minutes or less, ideally, maybe 5.5 minutes to 6 minutes, somewhere in there. We're going to fully power up the Capizzi, do a blitzkrieg run up this plateau. We also get my favorite units in the game here. They're called assault cruisers. Very powerful. We'll get a couple of those during this run, or this mission. And if you come out of Whispering Gallery in a bad position, this is a scary mission, but we should be fine.
Coalition landers, both Sujet and Sadim, are currently inbound, which means we need to secure that plateau.
There are multiple access points. All units prepare to engage the enemy and take the high ground.
Salvage your copies. RU coordinates acquired. Moving the site.
Turret ahead. We need to avoid its line of fire.
As long as we don't get the strike fighter
systems online.
glitch here, we should
Group 4 assigned.
be able to
We've
kind of
detected
knock out
something.
quite a
Can you
few
confirm
enemies.
visual? Go ahead. Tracking armored craft on approach.
The Sakala have engaged Galcian forces, delaying their arrival.
Railgun online. Control Group 4 designated.
One armor vehicle taking effective fire. Strike copies. Alert. Railgun down. Go for orders. Engage. All out. Enemy armor disabled. Listen up. We got a railgun under fire.
Be advised. System heat levels are stabilizing.
Light attack vehicle is under fire.
Fire
The run's
EMP.
going on right. It's that's really
Off ready.
happening.
Underway. Hostile railgun. Opened up.
Turret down. Let's get moving.
Speed down.
Intel, with the data from the Galcian base decrypted, we have gained access to new research on artifact technology and how our enemies
So we
use
get a lot of really cool technologies in this mission too, especially like cruise missile damage
New upgrades to
upgrade.
the Capizzi's fabrication systems are now available.
Production cruiser
Recommend commencing upgrades now.
reading.
Fleet Group 4 assigned.
Ready. Green line confirmed.
Move up. The Galcian are dug in behind heavy turret emplacements. In order to punch through, we require a heavily armored cruiser.
Hostile turret.
Upgrade the Capizzi's fabrication facilities to produce battle cruisers.
Move order confirmed.
Alert! Multiple cruisers detected atop
Assault
the
cruisers
plateau.
instead because they're
Pusher battle report. Enemy cruiser destroyed. Copy. Target set. All hands.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed.
Alert. Railgun down. Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Hostile armor incoming. We've got hostile on sensor. Confirm visual. This is the captain. Reposition. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
Standing by. Science officer en route.
Reading. Alert. Siege cruiser verified in the 8.
Enemy AA units on the plateau. Our airspace is compromised. They must be removed.
Alert. Carrier is taking fire.
All Galcian bombers inbound.
Ready. Receive.
Prepare anti-air units.
Speed. Strike craft taking effective fire. Ready. Display.
The Sakala has disengaged from enemy forces and now on approach to the plateau.
Railgun operational.
New heading set. Reading.
Control Group 4 designated.
On our way. This is the captain. Full power. Reading. On our way. A railgun is taking effective fire.
Critical systems first.
Alert. Hostile bomber on approach. Enemy railgun firing on friends. Green light confirmed. Engine fire. Go for orders. Move. Hostile range craft destroyed. Confirmed. Crew ready. Ahead full. Hostile strike craft down. Go ahead. Move confirmed. Enemy armor. Saving position.
Assault
Contact.
cruisers
Enemy
are
armor.
gonna
Bearing
come out very
designated.
shortly.
Hostile designated. Trackers assigned. Full. Ready for order. Reposition.
Assault cruiser ready for assignment.
Move through this hot zone. Move order confirmed.
Support ready. New coordinates verified. Fleet Group 3 assigned.
New coordinates verified.
These things just absolutely shred enemies.
This is Rachel, go ahead.
Alert. Railgun lost.
Confirmed.
Roger. Red alert. Light attack vehicle is under fire. Reading. Readjust target. Alert. Carrier is taking fire. Attention. Get moving. Point defense. Target set. Ready for order. Punch it. New target. Turn confirmed. Enemy siege cruiser destroyed.
Focus the repair on primary systems.
Hostile armor eliminated. Reading.
RU site exhausted.
Ready. Alert. Light attack vehicle destroyed. Crew ready.
Alright, and now we just need to do some
A Galcian
good
assault
timing
force is approaching. Hold the
with the
plateau.
cruise missile here.
Target locked. Fire. Target on the board.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Alert. Hostile battle cruiser inbound.
See how well we did here.
The plateau has been
Perfect.
secured. Excellent work. Galcian forces in retreat.
Alert. LAV.
So once again, we lost a lot of our fleet there, but we have the opportunity to rebuild in this next mission coming up.
Plateau secured. We need to hold this landing zone.
This next mission is called Kharak Plateau. Similar to when we played on Kalash site, we used the same map for Kalash Wreck. We are going to be playing on the same map that we just did on Kharak Approach. So unit placement doesn't carry over in this one, but it's going to be the same map. Just again, it's going to be a different time of the day. So while Kharak Approach is the fastest mission in the game, Kharak Plateau is the slowest mission in the game, or the mission that takes the most time. It's kind of ironic that we had the fastest and the longest mission on the same map.
Capisi, this is Lander 05 Bravo. Do you copy?
Copy 05, go ahead.
We are inbound on your marker. Emergency fuel critical. We are racing the gauge and will only have one chance before our tanks run dry.
Understood. We'll have the red carpet rolled out.
We must defend the landing zone until our transports arrive. We anticipate Galcian assaults will come at us through these approaches here. Turrets and mines will prove effective at these choke points. We've had salvage teams reclaim the wreckage of several Galcian heavy turrets. The turrets have been positioned at defensive locations on the plateau, but their armor is damaged.
Weapons.
Repair those turrets. We'll need all the firepower we can get.
Reroute power to avoid system damage.
Galcian forces are approaching our contact range. Screen.
Vehicle.
Hold the high ground at all costs.
So a lot of my
Salvagers
units are
online.
obsolete now at the later stages of this game. I'm going to focus mostly on just railguns, assault cruisers.
Carrier here.
Research completed.
And we're going to be maxing out our fleet here because this is the last mission we have
Salvager
to do so.
online.
I'm also going to get a lot of upgrades. And the goal of this mission is to just kind of hold this plateau.
Send orders. Green light to proceed.
We've exposed additional resource sites on the far side of the plateau.
Ready for assignment.
Support cruiser now operational.
We're on the way.
Control group
Carrier
8
copy.
designated.
Steady.
Research completed.
Go for Capizzi. Capizzi reading. Carrier moving. Seal
I
hatch.
just really want the Capizzi to just get into position where it can heal this turret that it's kind of on top of at the moment, and it's
RU
being
deposit
silly.
depleted. Control group 7 designated. Control group 6 designated.
Carrier copy. Location marked.
Railgun enhancements online.
I also need to max out all of my air slots for the next mission.
Go for Capizzi. Engines. Hold position.
Strike fighter online. Strike fighter
Go
ready
for
for
carrier.
service.
Alright, now let's get your
All
butt
systems
down
go.
over
Clear
there.
out.
Be advised, an RU site has been exhausted of resources.
What do you
Assault
need?
cruiser ready for assignment. Railgun enhancements online.
Proceed to
Strike fighter online. Railgun online. Bomber operational.
Ranged online. Hold fast. Capizzi reading.
Railgun operational.
Capizzi, go ahead. Get her moving.
Railgun online.
Ready. New heading set.
Railgun operational.
Acknowledged.
Research completed. Control group 4 designated.
Roger. Displacing now. Go for carrier.
Again, this mission is actually very
Go
boring
ahead.
compared
Carrier
to
here.
a lot of the other
CU deposit
very
depleted.
action-packed missions we just had.
An RU site has been depleted. CU's exhausted.
At this time, please confirm.
Cruiser ready. Railgun copies. Destination set. Lewis out. Salvager ready.
Assault cruiser ready for assignment. Research completed.
Are you?
Galcian reconnaissance force has arrived.
Go. Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Cruiser into the fray. Capizzi copy. Enemy armor.
Galcian aircraft inbound.
Get a good look at these assault
Deploy
cruisers
anti-air
here.
to
Just
intercept.
absolutely
Firing on
shredding
friendly.
units. I can also show off one of the other glitches in this game. Wow, that guy's actually
Roger.
smoked.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
More Galcian forces have entered contact range. They're coming at us from all sides.
Verified. Unknown
I'll get a
inbound.
chance to show
Designating
that off
hot
in just a
cross.
second.
One of our turrets is taking fire.
Proceed with decommission. Vehicle returning for decommission. RU site exhausted.
Reading you, Command. Proceed to new coordinates. Cruiser reading. Salvage array ready. PDA active. Ready for assignment.
The cool thing about
Displacing
assault
now.
cruisers is they can heal themselves. A little bit more durable than other ships.
Acknowledged.
Control group 3 designated.
Position mark.
Research completed.
Capizzi reading. New course chart. Carrier here. Go for carrier.
Just
Go
go
for
to a point
Capizzi.
where you can
Position
feel
mark.
that turret.
Take us out.
All 3 lander signals
That's
in
all
the
I
green.
want from this
An
guy in life.
undesignated approach
Heal
vector.
turrets.
Railgun online.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach. Tracking armored craft on approach. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed by 5. Receiving. Hostile armor eliminated. Ready.
Fleet group 3 assigned.
Hostile railguns have opened up. The captain. Receiving. Railgun reading. Hostile strike craft down.
Fleet group 4 assigned.
Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation. The railgun is taking effective fire. The turret is under fire. Hostile interceptor
Thankfully,
down.
this support cruiser is free
Set new
for
heading.
up here now.
We read you.
Proceed with decommission.
Ready. Send.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Strike systems online. Ready to burn. Fleet ready.
I want around
Cruiser copy. Ready for orders.
7 or 8
Enemy
assault
railgun
cruisers.
eliminated. Reading. Coordinates confirmed.
There we go. Finally got into position. These turrets can be killed.
Strike craft destroyed. Make ready. Support ready.
The Sedim are approaching. Prepare to rendezvous.
Reading. Enemy railgun firing on friendly.
Hostile trackers designated.
So some of
Enemy
these
armor
maps
disabled.
have funky terrain. We're able to shoot through slopes, different terrain. You might have seen it happen
Alert.
throughout the
Support
run.
trap
but
has
I'm
been
definitely
engaged.
going to point it out during this run. You see these enemy ships are shooting up at a diagonal to hit our units, but they're actually shooting through the ground.
Hostile range craft destroyed.
It's kind of like the height of these dudes aren't programmed correctly into whatever determines if this
Operations
railgun is
update.
specifically
Our
fit
use
on
in the
whatever.
region have been drained.
It can happen throughout
fire.
any mission. It's just most prevalent on this one. And I
An
kinda
RU
pointed
site
out
has
there.
been depleted.
Moving up.
But we might have been able to see it in other missions.
Hostiles
Actually.
designated. Trackers assigned.
Control Group 3 designated.
All right, I can build one more assault cruiser, and then I think I should just max out on drones.
Assault cruiser ready for assignment. Fleet capacity capabilities are now at maximum. Fleet Group 3 assigned.
Send.
That ship
Hostile railguns have opened up.
is just kind of hanging out all by himself, trying to destroy a turret. Getting wrecked in the
Railgun
process.
operational.
Enemy airstrike inbound. Enemy armor on approach. Alert. Carrier take
All 3 landers on long-range sensors.
mobilizing.
These turrets have some really impressive AA anti-air.
Railgun online.
I
Attention.
believe I got all the technologies that I needed. Basically, I made all of my air very durable and very powerful. That's really all I needed. I also got the 2 upgrades from
The
railguns
turret
as
is under
well.
fire. Hostile light attack vehicle visually authenticated.
Control Group 3 designated.
PC copy. Ready for orders. Reading. Hostile strike craft down. This is the captain. Ready. Send. Go ahead.
Control Group 4 designated.
Move out.
Here's a
We
good
got something
example
on the
of my
right.
railgun
Waiting
shooting
for
through
eyes
the
on to
ground.
authenticate. Alert.
Damage
Enemy
is
heavy
attacking
cruiser
units.
detected. Enemy armor disabled.
Just
Enemy
kinda watching
railgun
this guy's
firing on
health,
friendly.
make sure he doesn't get too bad.
Displaced. Set new heading.
He should be good.
Battle report. Hostile battle cruiser eliminated.
At this moment, I'm waiting for this timer to get to about 1 minute 45 seconds left. Once I get to that point, we'll be able to move and get ready for the next part of the mission.
Hostile armor incoming. Crew ready. Alert. Report taking hostile fire. Alert. Hostile bomber on approach. Enemy railgun eliminated.
Just get some nice shots of the battle here, since we don't have much else to do.
Hostile armor eliminated. Hostile light attack vehicle detected. Alert. Hostile strike fighter in circulation. Receiving 5x5. Strike craft destroyed. We've got hostile on sensors. Confirm visual. Acknowledged. New coordinates verified. Hostile interceptor destroyed. New heading set. Go for ranged. Guard position confirmed. Guard position set. Reading. Battle report. Enemy on a guard cruiser destroyed. Cruiser ready. Maintenance protocols in effect.
And we're going to go ahead and get our fleet split up into two positions for some spawn camping, much like we have done in previous missions.
CU View field depleted.
This is the last mission that I'm going to get some serious harvesting done. I have an opportunity to harvest in the last mission, but the last mission goes by very quickly. It's kind of not even worth it to harvest. I have plenty of CUs. I really only need around maybe 3,000 or so.
Hostile strike craft down.
RUs I should be comfortable. I might need to rebuild some air later. Strike fighters take 35 each. That's what I've been using. So I have the ability to build probably 5 or 6 strike fighters in the later mission.
Attention.
This mission also has the second longest cutscene in the game.
Hostile railgun.
I'll point it out. I want to say it's around 2 minutes long. I haven't timed it exactly, but it's a very good time to use the bathroom if you need one. I normally
Ready
take
for
a bathroom break.
Assuming guard position.
And I will be this time
Carrier
as well.
copy.
The Sakala is in
Especially
contact
considering
range.
this is it's a longer run.
CU site exhausted.
Kapisi, this is Sedim Lander 2-9 Echo requesting clearance to land.
Copy 2-9. You are clear to land.
Understood.
The Sakala has arrived. Looks like they coordinated their arrival.
Yeah, I suppose there are spoilers ahead, but I mean, if you're watching the game, you've been kind of been spoiled the entire time. Let's just say a major plot point is coming up.
Once they offload their supplies, prep for our Sajet landers. It's going to be touch and go. I want medical and fire suppression teams on alert.
The Galcian are deploying anti-air forces here. Eliminate them
So
in
we have
order
my
to clear
group of
the
assault
landing
cruisers
zone.
down here. They're probably going to destroy this within a matter of seconds. This other little squad over here is going to get nuked by a
Galcian
cruise
aircraft on
missile.
approach.
Once I get
Galcian
through the
anti-air
leg.
squad destroyed.
They're eliminated.
That's two.
A turret is under fire.
Hang on. That's two.
Missile sequence initiated. Cleared to launch.
Both Galcian
All right,
AA
bathroom
squads
break time.
have been neutralized.
Landers requesting clearance. We're coming in hot.
Enemy light attack vehicle marked on approach.
The Sakala is broadcasting on an open channel.
To our coalition brothers and sisters, you have inflicted great devastation upon the Galcian scum. For that, we applaud your bravery. We will not forget your sacrifice. But our time of ascension is at hand. Only the Sedim and our Kithsa are of divine origin. Only we can claim the bounty that lies at the heart of this desert. The first city and its secrets belong to us, and us alone.
Scramble all emergency crews immediately.
Press F to pay respects.
The Sedim have betrayed us.
Now, if you watch the cinematics that I've been skipping and some of the other text that happens at these mission outros, that's not really a surprise. So this next mission is called Torn Crater. I have a history with this mission. It used to be the absolute worst mission of all time in this run, and probably any RTS run I've ever watched. But now, thanks to a little bit of insider dev knowledge that I'll explain, it's on par with any other mission. It's pretty standard, nothing a whole lot going on. Some cool speed tech strategies, so I'll kind of explain that as we go along. Let's just say this used to be about a 15-minute long mission. On a good run, it's about 7.5, 8 minutes maybe. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 8 to 8.5 minutes.
Capisi, do you copy? Come in. Over. Capisi, do you copy? Come in. Capisi, do you copy? Come in. Over.
We read you, Rachel. We have you on long-range scanners. We are close. Be advised, the Sedin has betrayed us. They're closing on your position. You are in imminent danger. Do you copy?
Roger that.
Rachel is located here. Sedim units are attempting to capture her and seize the wreck. Defend Rachel until the Capisi arrives.
So this objective, it says survive the Sedim attack. There are waves of enemy Sedim units coming down this crater to come and destroy our fleet. But since we play on easy difficulty, the AI is kind of wonky and doesn't engage you as aggressively as they should on other difficulties. So right now there are waves of enemy units just kind of camping in the corners. They're probably hiding here, maybe hiding somewhere back here. And you would have to go hunt them down and defeat them for the mission to advance. And it sucked because it's very luck-based on where they would spawn. You can't see them. You'd have to go travel across this huge map to try and find them. But thankfully, one of the devs saved the day. His name is Michael K. He worked on this mission in particular. He's also a sick fan of speedruns, so maybe he watches this at some point. But he came to my stream. He saw me running this game. And he said, hey, since I worked on this mission, I'll kind of give you a little tip. If you ignore all of these enemy fleets and you come to this point in the map, which you're supposed to go to later,
the Sakala is closing on your position
the
fast.
mission will despawn all of these enemy fleets, spawn one fleet for you over here to attack, and if you destroy that, you'll be able to advance the mission.
Time's a-wasting.
It cuts out all of the luck, all of the RNG, all of the headaches and everything, and just makes it so you travel to this one point in the map, defeat this little enemy attacking force, and move on with your life. It was an absolute godsend. So huge shout outs to the BDI dev, Michael K, for giving me that little tip. I know he's very busy right now because BDI is currently working on another project. So thanks again for saving me.
Reading you.
Orders! Strike craft destroyed. Ready! Move out! Support ready. Base enemy railgun eliminated. Mine.
Fleet Group 2 assigned.
Order! Ready! Move out! Move it! Hostile armor eliminated.
One of the cool things that he shared with me is that before they released the game, he did his very own speed run of this game. His time was, I think, around 2 hours, or maybe it was a little over 3 hours. I've since then beaten that record that he did just kind of casually, I think, before this game was released. I'm not entirely certain on that point. I was told the time he got at one point, but I've
Rachel's strike
forgotten
force is outmatched. She must disengage and rendezvous with the Capisi at once. Ensure Officer Sajet and her team make it safely to the Capisi.
This rendezvous point is actually misleading too. The trigger, we just passed over it. It's not where it is showing on the sensors manager there.
We have Rachel in sight. Reducing speed. Be advised, the Capisi has been operating in the red for hours and she is overheating.
The Capisi has taken damage from overheating the drive systems. Our cruisers are trailing behind, but will arrive soon.
Intel, I've recovered the transponder and trigger artifact from the Titan wreck. My scan of the area has identified an advanced cooling system in one of the nearby wreck sites.
Roger that. Salvaging that artifact is now our main priority.
We're going to skip salvaging that artifact, and we are going
levels
to
are
do
stabilizing.
another strategy that Michael K showed
science
me.
officer has seized.
We are going to create a huge battle
and you
ball
may continue to
of
live
all
on
of our
this
air,
planet
and hopefully we do not
after
get the
our
strike fighter
ascension.
glitch, because that
Bomber
would
on
be annoying
deck.
for
Close
this
this
mission.
channel until further notice. The only sound I want to hear from the Sakala is our hull exploding.
Security escort for that craft. Move. Op ready. En route.
Op ready. En route. Alert all units. The Sakala is preparing to launch a cruise missile.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Air launch detected from the Sakala.
Circulation. A sensors post is taking fire.
Okay,
Scan
that should
detected.
be everybody. Kind of
Good
get
copy.
them in a little bit
Alert.
of a cluster
Sensor post
here,
destroyed.
and let's attack the
Target
Sakala.
set.
I also want to make sure that these
Run.
guys don't get too close to that cruise missile, which they did not.
The
Good.
Capisi is vulnerable until we get that coolant technology.
And here's where we
This is the
lose a lot of our
priority.
fleet. The Sakala
Enemy
actually has
fire.
formidable
Sakala
missile
carrier
batteries
has
around it
sustained
to
moderate
protect it from
damage.
air launches like this.
Destroyed.
The Sakala is taking heavy damage. Ready.
Alert. All units engage the Sakala full attack. This is the captain.
So thankfully,
Hostile
I
on
usually
sensors.
only lose
Authentication
bombers
pending.
there.
Go ahead. Coordinates
Strike
confirmed.
fighters are really
Reading.
fast. They get in and out pretty quick
Strike
before,
craft taking effective fire. Make ready.
before the Sakala can do anything to them.
Runner, focus the repair on primary systems.
Reporting. Roger. Moving to escort formation. Armor
At this
ready.
point, I just need these guys to
Alert.
destroy
Light attack
this
vehicle
base
destroyed.
runner before it
Hostile
starts laying
AA
down
turret
anti-air
detected.
turrets, which it looks like they forgot.
Move order confirmed. Charge and fire. Enemy support craft neutralized.
So
Sakala
now at
launching
this
cruise
point,
missile.
I am
Mark
waiting
bearing.
for
Send. Coordinates confirmed.
the strike fighters to knock close, and I need the Capisi to move
Coordinates
out of the way of
confirmed.
that
Contact.
cruise missile.
Enemy armor. Bearing designated. Runner, go
Guys
ahead.
can just stand there
Move
for a
order
second.
confirmed. Op ready. Attention.
You look
Send
like you're about to
message.
die.
Enemy
Please
armor.
don't die.
Safe new heading. A railgun is taking effective fire. Send. Alert.
Just
Barely
barely
be
feel
down.
that
Repair the
guy up.
critical systems first.
PC copy. Armored vehicle is taking fire. This is the captain. Armored vehicle lost.
Alright, let's
Strike
start
fighter
getting our
approach
second
vector
wave
dialed in.
of strike fighters.
Attack course set.
This is Rachel, go ahead. Focus the repair on primary systems.
Rail battle report. Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Full for armor. On our way.
Go ahead. Move order confirmed.
Strike fighter coordinates dialed in.
Green line confirmed. Engines hot. Op ready. Course set. Reading. Hostile detected. Visual unconfirmed. Enemy airstrike inbound. Copy. Green line verified. Make ready. Go for alert. Railgun.
These guys are actually getting attacked. That's not
The
good.
captain. Alert. Carrier taking fire.
Let's hit it with the cruise
Carrier
missile.
hull passing 75%. Course set.
That should be a direct hit.
Engage.
The Sakala
Not quite.
is at critical health.
Intercept. We've got the Sakala on the ropes. Now let's finish her off.
Alright, so now I need my
Alert.
railguns to
Strike fighter
finish off
destroyed.
the
Captain.
Sakala. It looks like my cruise missile, it wasn't a direct hit like I thought it was going to be, which is unfortunate. But I do have quite a bit of railguns here, so as long as they avoid
Tracking
these
armored
artillery
craft on
cruisers,
approach.
which they
We
kind
got a
of don't, because
railgun
they're
under
very
fire.
slow. The Sakala should be going down in a
Alert.
second now.
Railgun down.
Hurry up, fellas. There we go. So that could be a little bit better. I should have aimed my
The
cruise missile
Sakala has been destroyed.
a little bit
All
more
units.
on the
Return
Sakala
to the
instead
Capisi
of
in preparation
around
for
it.
immediate departure.
We made it through the mission. We have time to rebuild in this next mission, which is actually the last mission, Kartoba. So Kartoba is really straightforward, not a whole lot of speed tech. We're going to fight the final boss and beat the game.
We must get Rachel and her team into the Kartoba wreck immediately. Time is of the essence. Expect Galcian forces to arrive shortly.
Not a whole lot going on in the beginning of this mission. It kind of builds the tension, sets the atmosphere for the final boss, or the final fights.
Brenner copies. I have the wreck in sight. No movement detected. Conducting preliminary scan. Quantum signature verified. The site appears undisturbed. Pristine. I'm going in.
Copy that, Rachel.
We need to set up the scanner network so I can build a targeting matrix. I can direct the beam once the network is in place.
To establish the targeting matrix, deploy scanners at these locations.
Reading you, Command. Location marked. Deploy scanner.
The fleet is at map.
Scanner deployed. Receiving the data now. We need 2 more scanners to complete the matrix.
Set up a scanner over there.
All right.
Strike fighter online. Strike fighter ready for service.
CU is identified. Proceed to site.
Carrier copies.
So this is another point where the Capizzi
Get
can
him
kind of do some
Systems
weird
up.
kick flipping
Green light to
movements
proceed.
here.
Move.
I hope it
Railgun
doesn't.
operational.
Cruiser reading. Green light to proceed. Move.
But-
PC, go ahead.
Sometimes the Capizzi can clip into objects, and it kind of does some really
Railgun
funky
online.
physics stuff. Looks like we should be
Scanner
good here,
being
though.
received. Incorporating data now. 1 more scanner to go.
Scanner network in place.
Great. Keep the network operational while I perform the scan.
Railgun online.
PC reading. Ranged
Fleet Group
online.
4 assigned.
Destination set.
I hope everybody likes heavy breathing.
Salvager ready.
We're about to get some of that here.
We got an assignment. Monitor secondary relays for backup.
Go for carrier.
Scan complete. Preparing targeting matrix.
We also get the Foley power up
Range
the
systems
Capizzi.
current. Wait. Carrier warning. Heat. Our scanners have picked up something. It's all around us. It's incredible. An entire city buried beneath the sand. This must be it. This must be Kartoba, the first city of Kharak. It's real.
Targeting matrix complete. Firing sequence primed. The orbital weapon is now at our disposal.
Just in time, Rachel. We are detecting a Galcian carrier crossing the perimeter. Fire when ready.
Let's see what this thing can do.
So what Rachel's talking about is she now has control of this big orbital weapons platform. It kind of does what a cruise missile
Taking
does.
fire.
It launches a nice big area of effect.
Alert. Sensor post destroyed.
Damaging.
Hostile armor incoming.
Really cool looking too.
Strike Strike craft destroyed. Ahead full. Enemy railgun eliminated.
Fighter 4 intel. The weapon is fully operational and under my control.
Cruiser caught. Nice work, Rachel. Fire at will.
Roger that.
Opened up.
But the ship is really, really underpowered compared to what we have at this point. It's gonna go down very quickly.
Alert. Railgun lost.
Cruiser ready. Maintenance protocols in effect.
Maximum fleet capacity reached.
This is the captain. Reporting. Reading. Reading. PC moving out.
Reporting?
Send message. Copy. On our way.
And here is the final boss. The Galzian flagship. This guy also has some big monologue. It gets kind of annoying after you've played this game so many times. Pretty neat though the first few times though.
Northern Kithid of Kharak. Everything you have achieved, the battles you have won, they were preordained by the great Sajuk himself. To believe otherwise is vanity. His will is our destiny. But words alone will not stay your hand. That much you have made clear. You have brought this darkness. You have chosen war. May the blood sand quiet the great slumber of Sajuk.
This flagship is actually very impressive. It has huge siege cruiser-like barrages that can tear through the fleet, especially lightly armored units like these railguns. They actually just get torn apart by it.
It appears to be some kind of supercarrier, a Galcian flagship.
This post is under fire. Ready.
The Galcian
But
size
again, he's kind of underpowered for what we
Defeat it
have at
at
this
all
point in the
costs.
game.
Repeat.
So I'm going to hit him with a cruise missile right off the bat.
Target set. Missile away.
Just kind of soften up him and then the fleet that he's coming with.
Hostiles designated. Trackers assigned. Unidentified hostile incoming. Authenticate. Ready. A railgun is taking effective fire. Enemy armor on approach.
Fire approach vector dialed in.
Attack course set. Set new heading.
So here he's kind of doing his little siege barrage.
All salvager has been engaged.
The Galcian flagship has sustained minor damage to primary systems. The
And we'll hit it
flagship
with
has
the orbital
suffered
weapon once
significant
again.
damage. The
Time
readings
is coming up
indicate
soon.
the carrier's power systems are about to go critical.
Here it
Alert.
comes.
Railgun down.
Ready.
I
Time.
have failed my people. My creator? The wrath of Sajuk will descend upon Kharak in an unimaginable hailstorm of fire and death. Know that you will one day bring this fate upon us all.
Frickin' Nightbot being a prick.
Seek his forgiveness before it is too late. Step into his light.
I'll just let this guy finish his monologue. We'll call it good.
The truth of our origins is only now being revealed. Descendants of the great derelicts of Kharak, we are all one. We are all Kushan. My brother said, salvation lay in the desert. It's too early to know for sure if he was right, but one thing is certain. This is not the end, but rather a new beginning for us all.
Alright, that's Homeworld Deserts Kharak, the single-player campaign. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope I did a good job commentating and speedrunning this game at the same time. Hopefully it was entertaining. Thank you, Fleet Fest, for hosting this marathon and letting me join. Also want to thank BBI for making this great game and also providing a Steam key for a donation prize. If you found this run enjoyable, my Twitch channel has been advertised during the run, so go ahead and check me out. I'm going to keep working on this run to drive my time lower. The world record is myself. Real time was about 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 10 seconds, so it's good to see that I wasn't too far off from that. And like I said, I'm going to continue working on this game to drive the time lower, and that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I'm sure we're going to call it the quits for the day, since that was the last run. Again, thanks everybody for watching. Take care. See you guys next time.